No.
You can't just tell anybody to go out there and play because you might work hard and you still might. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. So.
Right. How next to James? Huh?
Great. Yeah.
We talked about you playing next to James and how when we talked to you before you came in school.
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build creation. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy. Because I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he could feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety. Then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
And that video plays on a lot of our intros when you say, well, James is this type. James is number one safety in the nation. You was like number 25. We just did a whole show on where the 20 other 4 kids at. You know what I'm saying? And y'all two together are outshining 98% of those kids. You know what I'm saying? But you talked about like, hey, listen, I'm this type of safety and James is this type of safety. Maybe we can work together and yada. Is that
which we do right now?
Is that exactly what happened, or is that kind of what it was when you got there? Like that kind of how y'all work together?
At first we kind of like try to implement both. We try to just rotate as much as possible.
Yeah.
And kind of learn each other's kind of thing. So yeah, but I guess we kind of finding where we're supposed to be at.
Yeah. Did it kind of when the defense changed? Did y'all roles kind of change?
Yeah,
it did.
Because last year I was more of a slot covering, James more of the post. So now it's kind of like we got a real slot in now. I'm at the post, and then James more of like a rover. He's trying to go in everywhere.
What is some of the stuff James do well, man, to make you look? You sit back and you be like, dang, how you did that?
I think addressing blocks is something he do very good. Especially
when people what that means. People who don't understand football on that level.
You got like the D line and linebackers, and they kind of like within D line right there to the ball, and you got linebackers that's 5 yards away from the ball. Then you got safety that's like 12, and he coming down while big tight end or left tackle, guard, or center coming at him full speed, and he know how to back down or just get them out the way so he can make a play. And he know how to. I think James really quick on his feet. And one thing, and how to think in critical moments as far as like if somebody was to make a mistake, he can adjust off it pretty fast. Fix it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of times we see him fixing stuff and people blame him for things.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Talk to me because you seem like you understand what I'm saying, right?
Because the coaches tell them that all the time.
What they say?
It'd be like somebody else mess up, and then it's like James, like, coach, but he messed up, so I'm trying to help him. Like I'm trying to fix him. It's like, James, but you can't go out your spot. And that's like sometimes like James Deacon in practice, literally like before the snap, James telling everybody like you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Then the players start and then he's a little out of position. And it's like, James, just go to your spot. When you put the on that, and then don't try to help him as much. James got win.
Right.
So he gotta make sure. A person don't know something, he gotta tell him. Like he ain't just gonna hide him out there in the blind eye.
Right.
So
yeah. Because in sports, everybody on the field isn't thinking. Everybody
or the same as you, or know the knowledge that you know. So James try to inform everybody on the field what's going on. Like,
is it helpful though?
No, it's very helpful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one thing, like, he goes to the top of his lungs, and he gonna try to make sure everybody know, and letting everybody know he too far somewhere, and then now he got a position.
Yeah, I hear this man go to battle with James every week. Yeah, I hear this man talk about James and how you feel about that boy. Yeah, I hear it. Listen, man, I'm deviating this thing about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. Bitcoin been running these last couple of days. Supposed to have Uncle Luke join us, man, but it's Uncle Luke, dog. He show up whenever he want to show up. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of show up whenever I want to show up too, man. I be seeing y'all I be here getting ready, though. I be seeing everything y'all be saying in the chat, dog. See, I be right here getting ready, but I can see that Shabo lost, all the jokes. Street will be late for us. Mr. Wills, I be seeing all y'all, though. I see everything y'all say in the chat, though. Making a list, and I'm checking it twice. No, I just I see everything y'all say though, dog. But listen, man, that's the Cam Kitchens interview. That's in the back for the members. That was released to the members. We try to get y'all bits and pieces of it so you can see for the people who aren't members. We're gonna get this thing to 75% likes, and then everybody will be able to comment. So let's get the likes up to 70%. We get to 70% likes. Then everybody will be able to comment. That was the Cam Kitchens interview. You hear him talking about James Williams and how he feel about his homeboy. That's how he feel about his homeboy. That goes all the way back. That goes all the way back to when we asked him before he got there about James and how they plan on playing together. And little homie ain't wavered. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing. Yes, it's starting to come out a little bit. Say James had a lot of surgeries had a lot of things injured last year. All of that's starting to come out. But yeah, that just was a little excerpt of the Cam Kitchens interview. Let's see. Yeah, our Cam Kitchens interview. We got a couple more set up. A lot of things in store for 2023, though. We have a lot of things in store. We're working on a lot. A lot coming from y'all. We got a lot coming for y'all. Somebody just hit me up, said they need to help me become a member. It's one click. One click become. Wait a minute, it's one click. Okay, man, I help you after, man. Yeah, but yeah, it's like one click to become a member. You click the thing, it take you in there, you pick which level member you want, and you get up out of there. I thought it was easy. I don't know. I thought it was easy. But yeah, I got you, man. Whoever that is. So listen, we get the likes up to 70%. We get the likes up to 7%. We'll get up out of here. We'll open it up the chat for everybody. Who this is, man? I got you, bro. I got you, dog. All right, dog. I ain't gonna do you. I got you, dog. You want to be a villain? I got you, dog. We'll talk. I'm gonna bring my boy. I got my boys in the back, man. I'm gonna bring my boys in here, man. I guess we wait for Luke to drop by. If you're gonna drop by, Luke maybe think we was gonna put some heat on him, man, about Colorado, man. Luke thought we were gonna put some heat on him, man. Let's see if Luke show up. Luke, my boy, man. Luke be dropping all kind of gems, give me all kind of gems. Maddie, what's going on, bro?
Trying to fix his camera, my fault. You.
What's going on, man? I got KB back. KB, what's going on? Y'all got KB on camera out of witness. KB out of witness protection, dog. Y'all can see KB.
What's going on, fella?
Yeah, boy, about a whip pro.
What's going on?
Hey, hit the like button, man. Come on, stop being a hater.
Witness protection. So, listen, that's did y'all got a chance to get the Cam Kitchens? Look at this Cam Kitchen video.
Yeah.
Piece of it, some of it. You saw it?
Whole thing,
you thought
man.
about it, man? Did you learn anything from it? Huh?
I know.
You learn anything from it?
I know that he is in a very unique position for his next year. An opportunity to make life-changing money, and it sounds weird to say this, especially in this day and age of NIL, but he's what I would say is quote unquote doing it the right way. When we saw Warren Sapp get on here and talk about it, this is the embodiment of doing it the quote unquote right way. Balling out, not being worried about those outside influences, balling out, being the best player you can be on the field, making them have to pick you based on your play, and then going to the NFL and make life-changing money. That's what it's about at the end of the day. The NIL thing is cool. I get it. But we need more guys with his mentality in Miami Hurricanes colors. So yeah.
Period.
Shout
Period. Point blank, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Marvin Chapman, man. Got you a good one, man. And I don't say that to everybody in this day and age. I promise you.
You don't tell everybody got good kids.
Some of y'all kids need to be put up somewhere, man. Institutionalized or something. I don't know.
That boy said he don't tell everybody. Shout out to Johnny Law, man. Just became a member, man. That boy said he don't tell everybody they got good kids.
Absolutely not. We talked about it before. We kind of talked about it. You know.
That's funny, dog. Cal work all the time, man. I don't know if Cal actually watched the interview yet. Cal, you seen some of it, though? I know you watch everything in 7-minute segments.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I ain't get a chance. Like you just said, it's my first day off.
Grinding, man.
Yeah,
no, listen, I mean,
very
informative video, man. One of the highest watched member videos I've had, because you know only the members can see it. Only the villains can see it.
It's like an hour long, right?
It's like an hour long.
Yeah.
It's like an hour long. Cam likes this stuff. Cam wants to do media. Say it again.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I heard him tell Joe Zagacki that isn't he a broadcast major?
I think so.
Yeah, this ain't that no slight to Alex Dono and any of them guys, you know, behind the like we giving you insight, you know what I'm saying? Real, raw. I would say unadulterated, but they saying one of them type of videos, but you know, it's basically it's authentic, right? It's genuine, you know what I'm saying? We the street, you know, has provided y'all with the opportunity to kind of see behind the mask per se. So yeah, if you're not a member, man, you're missing out. Simple as that.
That's what's up. If you want to become a member, just hit the join button down there somewhere next to the logo. Subscribe. We'll open up the chat for everybody, man. Once we hit 70% likes. A lot going on this weekend, man. Once again, shout out to Johnny Law for becoming a member.
Shout out to Martin Luther King, man. If y'all don't know why you off tomorrow for some reason.
That sounds weird, man.
Hey,
it sounds like you're alive.
Listen, man, that ain't weirder than the flyer that I seen this weekend.
I think I saw the same flyer.
I saw a flyer had Martin Luther King with 2 bottles of liquor in his hand and a crown on.
I saw the same flyer.
Talking about come to the club.
Man,
I'm like,
we gotta
come
do
on,
better,
man.
dog.
Like, Jesus.
Oh,
man,
boy.
We gotta be better, man. Come on, people.
Claude,
This generation,
Hey,
bro.
from my party promoters, man, when you start making that on your Photoshop, just think, what would Dr. Umar say? Dr. Umar saying right next to you, man.
What would Dr. Umar say?
How would Dr. Umar feel about you?
When did he become the goddamn
Oh yeah, I know you see them videos, man. He pop up like the Undertaker, man. They be playing the little bell and everything.
Those are funny.
Those are hilarious. And he be posting them.
Huh?
He be posting
Yeah,
them.
he be posting them. Yeah, egging people on to put more of them up there. What would Dr. Umar say?
He said MLK and Casamigos. We gotta be better, man. Come on, dog. That's crazy.
Doing the most.
I just watched that episode too, where he came back. He was resurrected.
Boondocks.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
Well, who came back?
Martin Luther King, man. He came back to see what
Oh.
happened to his people, man. He was. Let's say he was disappointed.
Thoroughly.
I think I saw every episode of the Boondocks, dog.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. He was disappointed.
I think I saw every episode, dog. Let me see. So guys, just get in, man. What up?
And mind you, I'm still boycotting NFL, so I'm not like Dolphins fans, man. Look, just hope we got some good news for you tonight, because I know it was a rough day for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'll even go as far as saying I was surprised that it was as competitive as it was. Because
Yeah.
I didn't see it going that way.
That's how it
Nobody
started.
did.
Skylar Thompson should not be allowed to take a. If Skylar Thompson can play starting quarterback in the NFL and Colin Kaepernick can't, there's a huge issue. That's why I stand on one.
Yeah, we are right. Same thing. Same thing.
If a
But
Miami
today
quarterback
was
put up them
probably
numbers, the Miami fan base will be ready to drag that man's body through the streets. Let's be clear. I don't care who it was.
He played a lot better than he played last week. That's crazy. I don't know what that's saying, but he made a huge jump from this week to last week, dog. A huge jump, dog.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch last week. I didn't watch this week. But if you send me
Last
that,
week,
that
boy,
was I just pulled the
nothing.
stats up on the phone. But if I
he could have won the game. Let's put it that way, Mehdi. It wasn't his fault that they lost. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He wasn't great by any stretch, but there was a lot of drop passes. Straight up, a lot of drop passes, some good pressure. Outside of that, he could have won the game if his teammates had helped him. If his teammates had been great, like they should have been, they probably win this game. Let's put it that way.
what did he need? What did his teammates need to give him?
Catch the ball.
How
Just
much?
that simple.
Okay, so
Catch the ball.
how much of 18 for 45 is on his teammates versus him? Once again, I didn't watch the game. I just looked at the stats.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Stats never tell the whole story.
Which game is that?
That's today. He went
He was 18 for 45 today?
20 yards.
Woo!
A touchdown and 2 picks.
Yeah, stats never tell the whole story, dog. You would have had to see the game.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm asking, like, how much of
Let's
it
put it
was
this way,
on-
man. His stats wasn't gonna be pretty, but it would have been like one of those, one of them workman wins. It wouldn't have been a stat. It just would have been one of those. He completed the right passes at the right time. That kind, you know what I mean? Like they gave him the defense was the one the defense, they didn't play bad the whole game, but they the one kind of gave up all the easy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if he could have won this game. It wasn't on him. You know what I'm saying? Then the coaching staff, they bundled at the end of the game. They didn't have their clock management right. It was just terrible. A lot of things. You know how, Mehdi, when you play with your backup, things that you do good, you have to continue to do good. Your backup can't make up for the rest of the guys playing the way he plays. Let's put it that way.
Backup can make up for the rest. So you basically think that the coaching staff didn't put him in the best position to win?
No, I'm not gonna. Well, at time, I'm not gonna say that because that would be like a whole statement of the whole game. I'm gonna say when it came to those key moments, his coaches let him down, and moments that wouldn't have been that key, his teammates let him down. Don't get it twisted. Now he did some bad things too. You know what I mean? Some bad picks, some almost picks, and all those type of things. But if you have Waddle and Hill holding on to the ball, you probably win that game. If you have a coach that can get a play call in time on the 4th and 1, and not make it a 4th and 6, you might win the game. Like little stuff like that. It was just the timely mess ups from other people. That's not Skylar.
Do you think he was like, this is like a trial by fire, like on the job training, like he was learning as he was going through the game?
I think it was more of my first time being there. So I hear what you're saying about trial by fire. It just was a do I belong here type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like times where it's just like take off and run, bro. Just run. Stop trying to, do everything the right way, the perfect way. He just wasn't playing football the whole time. He wasn't relaxing, just letting it go. You just tell it was a guy making his second start and his first start in the playoffs. That's really what you saw.
This is why, in my opinion, when you say things like he never been there before, this is why I believe wholeheartedly. This is why guys like, in regards to how much farther he goes, but like Tim Tebow's playoff run, Trevor Lawrence, what he did last night. This is where, like, when you play those games and at the college level, the collegiate level, the high school level, this is where you see those moments not get too big. You know what I'm saying? This is where you don't see them piss down their leg. And for Skylar Thompson, who was at Kansas State, I don't think he might have had maybe a New Year's Six bowl at Kansas State, but yeah, you could clearly tell Mo was probably too big. Probably did piss down his leg.
What I saw was, and we're gonna get off Skylar. Because I watched it. I was there live last week. I watched him live last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 6-6 in the fourth quarter. We couldn't do nothing. Cedric, the damn Ohio State wide receiver, was killing us. This week, the game started off like that. At the beginning of the game, it started off just like that. And then the second quarter, they woke up. Defense made a few plays, picked up a fumble, ran for touchdown. But I think he grew from last week to this week. He definitely grew. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. From last week to this week, he definitely grew and became a better quarterback. Maybe if you wouldn't have read me those stats, I wouldn't have realized that he played that he played that bad.
That's the only way I can do it because I don't watch the game. So like I'm either on Twitter watching all the Canes fans who are subsequently Dolphins fans complain about how bad he playing in real time, or I'll just go look at the stats. I looked at the stats and I was like, man, I don't think y'all really understand. Like I've been there. I've seen University of Miami quarterbacks, not even that bad, but just have somewhat similar stats, and the fan base destroyed this man, that person. So I knew I was looking at this. I said, ain't no way. So
I think because it was a good game, though. It ended up being a good game in the end. But we're gonna bring Luke. We're gonna bring Luke in here. Luke, what's going on, bro? You good? You ready? Oh man, what you in the plaque room?
Yeah, I'm in the plaque room.
Oh man, what you got, man? What kind of plaques you got, man? You ever win platinum?
Platinum.
They used to be a big deal in the 90s, didn't it?
Quite a few times.
Yeah, when we actually sell records, they're not streamed.
Quite a few times, man. I'm in the theater room. This is my theater.
Bro, you didn't show us the theater room we came in there, man. What's up with that?
I can't have y'all come off to my house.
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. How y'all doing?
Can't complain. Can't call it.
It was good.
What y'all got going on, man? Y'all, this is MLK weekend.
Yes, sir.
Night.
And Ed Reed going off on HBCUs.
Oh.
Listen, man, I'm sure Deion put up with a lot at Jackson State, man. It took Ed Reed 3 hours to lose his damn mind. Deion was like, And Deion had a mission. Deion had a plan. Deion was like, listen, it took Ed Reed 3 hours to be like, oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. I know it was going to happen. I mean, the thing is, you got to understand, this shit is, Ed, I don't think Ed knew what he was signing up for. I know he did consult with Deion, and whether he believed Deion or not, then about the situation over there. He just jumped in some shit that, I guess he thought was going to be bad. It was going to be great.
Well, he ain't signed up yet.
No, I don't think he's
true.
After that,
he said he's not hired. You don't think it's gonna work out for him?
No, man. That man ain't finna go. Hey, after that, they're gonna butcher him. So you gotta understand this, guys. The average, not average, but most of the black college coaches, they don't have a voice or they don't have money in their bank account like Ed Reed and Deion Sanders that can be outspoken. They be looking for jobs, any kind of job. I mean, the 300,000, they shut the fuck up and be happy and run out there and do those jobs.
Right.
And so they don't complain, Now you get some guys like Ed Reed and Prime, and they're like, hold on, this is bullshit. You know, damn, Deion was right. This is
The
straight
first thing you
bullshit. Yeah, man, why are we doing this? Why HBCUs doing this? But it's all the precedents. You know, them guys like Prime. Ed is a motherfucker. Now, Ed is a different type of dude than Prime. Prime is politically correct because he could have really blew up Jackson State spot if he wanted to. I mean, me and him have conversations. We had conversations from day one when he went over there, and every week, you know, after that, and you know, it was an ongoing goddamn mission over there. But
I can only imagine, man.
yeah, man, you know, it's sad that we run our shit like nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. We run our. I mean, we go to the tie shop and she go to the restaurant. The girl looking mad and shit in the face. You know, we go here. We get the prices are higher. I mean, you know, yeah, we hold each other to a higher standard, but I mean, you talking about these are the intellectual motherfuckers, the boule niggas who running these universities and colleges. You know, they supposed to be the older uppity niggas, and then they running junkyard organizations.
So from your understanding, is they receive money, right? But they're saying the money isn't being handled right. Well, Deion said it out loud. I don't know why people didn't pay attention to him when he was at Jackson State. Basically, like it's 60,000 in the stands. It cost this much to come in. Where they got their money at? He said that when he was at Jackson State.
Man, let me tell you that. Deion don't say everything. You know, and I like, again, Deion experienced the bullshit his first game. Like you say, it was, you know, the place full up, sold out, couldn't buy a ticket nowhere, hotels, everything gone, parking lot, you can't get in the parking lot. Deion, and when they, you know, Deion was getting paid on, you know, a certain amount of people, you know, paid, go in, you know, part of the money go to him, and a large part of it go to Jackson State. And shit, Deion went his first couple games when when he went to go tally up, it was like, nah, shit, we down 2,000 people. He like, huh? Hold on, I'm getting paid on 30,000. The place holds 60,000, and you telling me this motherfucker was half full? Nah, y'all better go find that bread. Y'all better go find my motherfucking money. It's gonna be a problem. So he had that going on. Then you had that with the money given by the state. Now you got to keep in mind, you know, Deion is good friends with Brett Favre, and Brett Favre is good friends with the governor. And then the governor, then Brett put Deion on to the governor, and then the governor Deion said, well, damn, governor, what the hell going on? You ain't giving us no money? And the governor whip out his books and say, here go how much money I'm giving y'all. Oh, shit. Shit just got real. And, you know, he got to go back to the damn president and be like, President, the man said you just got this right here. Hold on. That's when we got a problem. So a lot of schools are getting money. Like Joe Biden gave $8 billion in the last 2 years to historical black colleges for infrastructure. Now tell me where that motherfucking money went.
You said 8 million or 8 billion?
8 billion. Google it. $8 billion. Donald Trump gave 300 million, which wasn't shit his last year. And Joe Biden in his first year gave 2 billion, and then the next year he gave 6 billion.
Wow.
And that's for infrastructure. So then now explain to me why FAMU students had to fucking sleep in the streets the first day of school.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, they didn't have like go look at the story. They had a housing issue. Now you getting all this motherfucking money. Either you should be building some houses, and then you need to do your business better. If Canes Unfiltered, what is this? Canes Unfiltered?
No.
Football video. That boy being Canes Unfiltered. That boy being Canes Unfiltered so much. I guess he see 3-4 people in here. He think it's Canes Unfiltered. Shout out to
Shout out to
Drum and them, man.
I fuck with
We
you.
can't do what they do.
I
We
say I
can't
fuck-
do what they do. Not live.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I
fuck
ain't
with
staying
you,
up
man.
24 hours.
That boy run a marathon.
I know, right? I had to take a shot
That boy
at you,
run a
but just think
marathon,
about
boy.
it. Think about it. When y'all added the amount of people on here, you say, okay, StreamYard is going to allow you to have a certain amount of people on here, and a certain amount of people can't be on here. So it's just that simple. If you register 2,000 people or 10,000 people in your college, and you ain't got housing, but for 7,000, you got to find housing for 3,000. Or you better have a goddamn hotel nearby, or some carts or something to put people in, or you just can't register those people. You're at capacity. And then you go send your team out to the goddamn nationally televised game versus North Carolina, and half of the motherfuckers ain't eligible. That's nigga shit. That's bad business. That make us look bad.
It does.
It really make us look bad. We ain't joking about it, but Ed Reed said he got to go pick up trash, and the office trash, the building trash. Ain't nobody out here doing nothing. He got a football team out there cleaning up shit. That's not cool. Where's the fucking custodian or the yardsman to clean up people? That's not cool
At all.
The
Yeah.
other part of that is the equipment that was out there. Who paid for that equipment? Don't tell me Ed Reed came out of his pocket for that.
That's what they expect us to do. That's for the life of me. I don't understand how people upset with Deion Sanders for leaving Jackson State. They're supposed to think he and Ed Reed and everybody else supposed to stay there, continuously take money out of their pocket, out of their children's, out of their bank account, and keep dumping money into a fucking state school. And Cookman's situation is a private school where they're receiving billions of dollars and millions of dollars, and they're in business getting tuition money. I'm supposed to take my money out of my pocket, out of my bank account, that God forbid something happened to me, that shit get passed down to my kids. I'm supposed to take my money out of my pocket, and I'm supposed to continue doing it. Who the fuck does that? And y'all want to get mad at the man for hitting it? I don't understand. They just think us as black entertainers and celebrities, and you guys black businessmen, that we supposed to give. No, how about we got to make money? We ain't doing this shit for free. I mean, this is college football. At the highest, you go to Florida Classic, and they got 1 billion motherfuckers in the stands, and sponsors, and nationally televised, and shit like that, and the homecoming game full up, and the classic games, they're getting $1 million, and then they get $1 million from Miami, and everybody get their head bashed in North Carolina, and where the fucking money? And I'm supposed to take my money.
Why was he the first one to say? Like, why was he the first one to say that? Like,
because the dudes who take them jobs in black college, that's the only job they can get, unfortunately.
Oh,
it ain't like
any
no
other
guy.
job.
It ain't like Kevin Smith is coming down to go leave his $700,000 job at UM and go be a head coach for $300,000 at FAMU. It's not going to happen. And then you don't have a budget for your staff. You don't have a budget for nothing. And then you got some person up in there bullshitting with the registration, and you gonna play your first 2 games, and all your kids ain't the books ain't checked. I mean, they do that shit in the Optimist. At least they check the books before the first game.
Damn.
It's no different. So you're telling me you got one motherfucking lady, she on vacation the whole summer, and I'm practicing these motherfuckers, and I get to fire up in August, and everybody ain't, man, that's bullshit. That's what people say. Luke, you'll go coach black college? Fuck no. Shit. Nowhere in the world.
So,
I mean, it is bad. It's really bad. It's bad business on the parts of these presidents. And these
So
presidents or these black colleges are full of shit.
it sheds a light on when you see black colleges closed down. You thinking to yourself, oh, they being underfunded, they're not getting any state money, stuff like that. In reality, it's just the allocation of the money is not necessarily going where it's needed to go.
No, the money is going in people's pockets. See, and that's why I tell people, state school, Florida A&M, state school. The governor, and I tell people all the time, elections have consequences. The governor is the one who appoints and picks the presidents and the board of the trustees. He put people on those boards, and because the governor of the state is the one who's allocating X amount of dollars, so he got the people on the board to then make sure that they distribute the money. Now,
Right.
now they go and get some sexy ass fucking president, and the president take the money and they squander the money and all that, which is what they do to most black colleges. They go and take the money, they hijack, they take that, they get paid under the table to do those classic games, because them classic games set up like me going to do a concert. Oh, I'm gonna give you $500,000 to come do the classic game in Alabama or Atlanta. The promoter gives them the money, literally a fucking promoter who normally would book me, books the game, pay you $500,000, pay you $500, rent the stadium, and then now you got to go grease motherfuckers. So now the president got to get greased, the AD got to get greased, a couple people on the board who's gonna vote on the shit got to get greased, and the team loses money.
Yeah.
What?
So what is that? The Chitlin circuit? They run it like it's
Yeah.
the Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, so when you get a motherfucker like Deion come up in there talking about, man, I ain't playing no more classic games. It take me $300,000 to move my team from one point to the next. I don't see where this makes sense. Why we don't just do the games ourselves? Oh, hell no, nigga, you fucking up the movie. You fucking up my little grease and money here. That's what happened. That's black college, boss.
Wow.
You're fucking with my bread right now.
I got some friends with the Bethune, successful guys, man. And they was like the other side. They was like, oh man, get him out of there, man. We've been doing fine without him. He ain't qualified to be a head coach anyway. So it's like everybody don't see it that way, and I'm trying to understand.
Cause we like nigga shit. Unfortunately, our standards are very low, and we don't think big. A lot of us don't think big. They think, okay, big is going to fuck a Red Lobster.
Not the Red Lobster, dog.
Shit, motherfucker get dressed up to go to Red Lobster.
And it's been a traditional thing though, but when you go to these classic games, it's not even about the game. So it's about the car show outside, it's about the strip clubs, it's about the after party, the day party, the day before party. It's not about the game. But
Yeah. And
everybody, that whole
Deion
city,
made it about the game. Deion made it about the game because you had good football on the field. You had some good quality shit out there. People, well coached football, you know what I'm saying? Good. And so you sat there and you watched the game. Just like you say, everybody know go to homecoming. Man, the football wasn't shit because most of them dudes be, they just go out there, they practice on a little ragged ass field, and they put the pretty uniform on. So, just like dressing up a motherfucker to go out there and you don't know what you got in it. And they go out there and play. But it's really about the entertainment and how much money they're making surrounding the game. Right. We're going to go play Cookman against fucking Alabama. Alabama going to pay us $1 million. No damn well the kids ain't equipped to play because that's really some motherfuckers in a t-shirt that can't play nowhere else in the world. But we, the university, is getting the money. And we're not putting it back into the facilities of the athletic department.
So
listen,
we asked that question. real quick, I'm gonna say when we ask the question, why do they treat, why the NFL, why does NCAA treat, you know, some of these athletes, black athletes or whatever, as pawns in their game? It's like, well, hell, you go to the HBCU and they're doing the same damn thing.
Yeah, because we don't have enough respect for ourselves. Unfortunately, we settle for anything. We settle for less. We don't have high expectations. A lot of us, and then we allow them to treat us any kind of way. We got sellout dudes. You know, we got black. They know what guys to put on a pedestal, and they selling out. You know, so they find token blacks, put them on national TV, and they gonna sell out another black man. And they find some token sellout celebrities, and they put them on a pedestal, and they, you know, long as they gonna sell out, and they put them on the pedestal, and what ends up happening with them is they sell the black voice down the river. So I mean, it's a whole. We need to make a big change. I mean, it's fucked up.
We need to make a.
It's fucked
Listen,
up.
man, hit the like button. It is, man. It's bad, man. Y'all making me sad. The Dolphins played a good game today, man. Y'all making me sad. Hit the like button, dog. We're trying to get this. We're trying to get the 70% likes. We'll open up the chat for everybody else. Yeah, Dolphins played a damn good game today, Luke.
Oh God. Yeah, they did. Because the spread was 13 points, so I guess it is.
They covered.
They covered.
You went to Colorado, bro. You went to Colorado last week. How cold is it over there? Does it just look cold as hell?
It look cold. It look
ain't
cold.
As bad as it.
Hey, this shit going on in Miami right now is colder than Colorado.
Wow.
See, we got wet cold. Our cold is wet and windy. That's why when you look at the news, it say it feel like it's 45, but it feel like 38. But if you walk around the wrong corner by some goddamn water, that bitch be 28. Colorado, for instance, me and my son was standing outside. You gotta realize Colorado's where Deion is actually in the valley. He's not in the mountains. He's in the valley. And so it's 6,000 feet elevation. Where I ended up at in the ski mountains, I was 11 to 13 in elevation. And I got very sick. I just get myself together and have the doctor see me because I was too far up. But you got to realize the higher up you are, what are you? You're close to the fucking sun.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at the picture of my son and Deion them at the stadium, and my son was walking around and his sun was out, you had thing full of snow. It was about 45 degrees and it was hot as fuck out there. It felt like it was the opposite of Miami. It felt like it was 72 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that it looks cold, but it's not cold. Now, when you go in the mountains, it's same thing. It's high elevation. It really fucks with your lungs and everything. It snows at the drop of a dime, and it gets cold. But if you look at the pictures of me and my kids, that we put a bunch of clothes on, but we started taking that shit off. When it didn't snow, we started taking it off. Top of the daytime. Now nighttime, yes, it's cold as fuck, but it's still dry cold.
What are we talking about? How cold? Below 0, 20 degrees, 10 degrees?
It was like 10, but it was dry. I mean, I got pictures where in the morning I was outside with my motherfucking shirt off. Well, not shirt off.
How long were you over there?
I was
How
over
long
there
were you there?
4 days. I was there long enough to bring
here's a picture
Cormani in. I was long enough to bring Cormani in on the flight, and then I left and with Deion.
Great transition. Great transition.
Yeah, put that on the
What you're looking at is Colorado commitment.
I don't even fucking know.
What you're looking at is Colorado commitment and their families, and then you got Cormani, and his mom, because he's not a Colorado commitment, but him and his family, right? That's his mom in the red with the red hair, fly, and that's Cormani 7. I guess they took that picture this weekend, and yeah, they had pictures of Cormani McClain playing in the snow. Look, we're gonna talk about BMF wearing hurricane jacket. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Yeah, you got Cormani. His recruitment at this point in college football, bro, you got to kind of feel like I'm on Coach Hayes' side now. You got to kind of feel for the coaches and what's going on, dog. It's getting crazy, Luke.
How you feel for the coaches? These motherfuckers is
Damn,
overpaid.
I can't feel for the coaches. Oh,
they over fucking paid.
Besides the money, right? Luke done blacked that over. What they got to navigate? What they're trying to navigate and manage right now? I don't know if they're prepared for it. Take the money part out of it. Yeah, Cristobal rich. Let's take that out of it. What they're trying to manage right now, I know damn sure some of them old head dudes ain't prepared for it.
Listen.
Talk to me.
Listen. Okay, let me give you some examples. And I deal with these fuckers all the time. Number one, I have no sympathy for no motherfucker who making $8 million and he got an $8 million staff.
Uh-oh.
I got no sympathy for that.
And put you on the big screen. Here we go.
Okay. You got me on the big screen.
You got no sympathy for them. They rich. Now hold up now. Luke, you rich too now. So
let's go.
Fuck them, they rich. They rich.
I, Luther Campbell, don't have no fucking sympathy for no $8 million motherfucker who making $8 million and his staff making $8 million also. I have no sympathy for them because you know what the fuck you signed up for. I make 13 cents a day and I manage and run my organization better than you make, and you make $8 million. The motherfucker over there at Miami Central. 13 cents a day. Me and the motherfucker at Miami Central, Miami Northwestern, and every other motherfucker, we make 13 cents a day, and we run our shit better than you. That's a problem. You choose to run your shit like that. So I have no fucking sympathy. Where you got accountants, you got a goddamn athletic department, athletic directors, you got that a whole division of them motherfuckers, associates and all that. Then you got NIL motherfuckers, John Ruiz and his son and all the rest of the motherfuckers over there. And they got a whole big ass office with 30,000 motherfucking lawyers working for them. And then you got, no, I ain't got no motherfucking sympathy for them.
You ain't got no sympathy for them, dog?
No, motherfucker. No. And then now you got to hire a used car salesman. You got to have balance between coaches and used car salesmen. You know, you got to get that motherfucking used car salesman in there who gonna sell ice to an Eskimo. That is your main recruiter. Then you got a whole recruit department with all the niggas in the back room and not too many out in the front. You gotta put. Listen, boss. The bottom line is you have to put. You get a lot more done with less, you guys, than this motherfucker with $8 million. You give me $8 million for a staff, and you tell me, Luke, here's the play. Here's the play. You got NIL shit over here. You got a motherfucker who's willing to give you a shitload of money. He gonna go get the money in NIL. Fine. Because money makes everything okay. Okay. So now you got to put this together a staff. Because you know you're going to be competing against these other motherfuckers. And then you got to say, what type of program am I going to run? Is it going to be about the money? Because if it's about the money, then I'm going to end up looking like Texas A&M, bringing a whole bunch of mercenaries in that motherfucker, getting paid like they're the dirty dozen, and they going to be smoking dope in the fucking locker room and shit. And then when their money run out, then they're going to be hands out looking for more money, and then you don't give them no more money, then their ass going to transfer. So you need to know how you, because that's how, listen, Devontae Freeman, first year in the NFL, niggas was pawning their jury to him in the locker room. Now these grown-ass men, he said, Coach, these dudes They fucked up. They pawning their jewelry to me and their cars. Bad money management. So you're gonna tell me a 17-year-old is gonna do the right thing with his money? So going back to this
He
shit,
not.
the original
He
question.
not.
Right.
So hold up, slow down, Luke. Hold up.
I gave you a lot
The
of shit.
dudes in the locker room was pawning. So you're trying to say they were going broke from game to game?
Yes,
Or
sir. Because they're flying motherfuckers in. You flying
Oh,
motherfuckers
shit.
in. You got your mama is the worst bill ever. Mommy is your second wife. Mama got to keep up with the Joneses. Mama got to have a house. Mama got to have a car. Mama got to have Mama got to have a mink. Mama is, go look at the book. They got a book called Broke. They'll tell you in the book, mommy is the one. If you don't put a regulate mama ass, then the money gonna be fucked. Mama gonna leave her boyfriend and everything. Fuck that shit, nigga. My son that made it. She gonna cut his ass. The dude who was taking Shorty to the park and everything. Oh Lord. Hey, mama gonna be your whole girlfriend. And when any other girl come close to you, she gonna get rid of that bitch because she want that bread. Mama is the root of all evil. So think about it. 17-year-old kids coming to all this money. You got the Let Me Hold Some Boys. You got mama. You got Uncle Bob. You got all these motherfuckers in your family looking at you, and you trying to, your homeboys. Bro, all the money be gone. So going back to your original question, let me get to the original question. And so, unfortunately, that is what we're running. We're running pay for play. Now, let's go. And I had a conversation the other day with Jawan Sider on my space. I brought him on and he talked. And what I found interesting, I said, how many guys y'all cut? He said, we ain't cut nobody. We won't cut nobody. I said, oh, shit, really? He said, how many guys? I said, my next question, well, how many guys y'all got out of the transfer portal? Oh, shit. Maybe 3 last year and this year, maybe 3. I'm like, what the fuck? Say, no. We don't run our organization like that. We don't depend on the trend. We recruit high school players and develop them. We ain't depending on the fucking transfer portal. And when you start hollering about that NIL money, then that's just the wrong place for you. We're going to get guys who now, do we have NIL money? Yes, we do. But we're not going to go and fight with these guys who are being offered millions of dollars to play football. We're going to depend on our coaching and the culture that we're bringing at Penn State. And that's not the first time I heard that. I heard that with Dabo Sweeney. Same thing. He said, I ain't cutting no motherfucking body. I'm developing. And I'm not giving out no bunch of NIL money. That ain't happening. Maybe you get $50,000 here or there, but we ain't doing that because that's going to fuck up our program. And we're not cutting players and we're not bringing a bunch of transfers in. That man, it took him a couple of years to bring a fucking transfer in. And he still won 10 games. And was right there by the money.
Yeah.
And so it's how, if you run your program, it's like a girl. If you go and tell her, baby, I'm going to buy you a Chanel bag, baby, I'm going to buy you this, baby, I'm going to put you in the car, I'm going to get you them red bottoms. Now, if you do that, you setting yourself up for some shit. You're going to have to keep up that fix because you're not really, she don't really love you. She love you for the things that you're giving her.
That you're giving her.
And that is what, unfortunately, I'm not calling no names, that is what some of these universities are doing. And the classic example is Texas A&M. They're throwing that money out there and shit. And when you throw that, and it ain't about football, and you don't have the love for the team and the game and coming here, you're gonna have 15 motherfuckers that you cut every year. Come on now. And you're gonna be looking for 15 more motherfuckers in the portal.
Right.
That's not. I mean, Alabama. How many motherfuckers they got out of the portal? Clemson. How many motherfuckers they got out of the portal at Georgia?
Now let me ask you about with the world of NIL now. Do you think that NFL scouts are looking at this as well and being like, this kid done been to 4 schools in 4 years?
Yeah, no question about it. The NFL right now, there's a guy that's draftable that goes to the combine. They send all of us high school coaches a questionnaire. Tell us about this motherfucker. He played for you. Tell us about this guy right here. And so they track you all the way. I remember we was representing Darrell Estridge. And my good friend, Mike is a scout. He was at the Jets at the moment. And Mike is now a scout at Jacksonville Jaguars. Big time scout. He was at Philly. And, he's been a good friend of mine. Mike said, Luke, man, they do a thorough investigation on all these guys. That's what was getting into the representation business. And Mike said, I'm going to take case in point. You got Darrell Estridge. He's a prospect. He said, now, I'm going to tell you, this is between me and you and the rock and the wall. He had this in college. I ain't going to say. And then he was dropped off. His mama originally dropped him off at the fire station. That's how deep they go into the shit. So then now when they look, they go into your background.
Talking about when he was a kid, he was dropped. They saying he was a kid.
Yes, they go that deep into your shit. Wow. If you fail a drug test, if you went and hooked out with the wrong people, if a motherfucker died. I could tell you a story about a guy, and I ain't gonna call no name, where he was hanging out with the wrong crew, and he was supposed to be drafted in the first round by the Philadelphia Eagles. And they did the thorough investigation. They say these guys he hanging around with, and that's what they'll tell you. And they call me, Luke, man. Hey, Luke, man, tell that motherfucker, he needs to chill with these dudes or something. And then when we ask him about him, then he tell us, no, I don't know who you're talking about. But we looking at dudes with this dude. And this dude ended up dropping and lost $20 million. Because they investigate everybody around you. I ain't calling no names. You feel me? But the Deuce Daly called me and say, Luke, why this guy ain't with you? Because I'm looking at the report of how he ended up at this particular college. And the report said you were a part of his recruitment and helping his peoples make the decision. And they had my ass in the book. So then they called me up, yo, buddy lost $20 million. I ain't calling no fucking names. But that's how deep they get into it. And so now think about these guys who they're looking at the NFL before they give them this big bag, the background of them. They're going a thorough investigation of you. You could be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but if your background is fucked up and your parents' background is fucked up, like Dez Bryant, what did they do at the Dolphins? They said your mama still selling pussy. Remember that?
Yeah. They did that to Darius Geis too.
Yes. Yeah. They go deep into the shit. And then they look at you and them scouts will tell you, say, man, you better tell them boys to tell the truth. Because they got the information. They only asking because they. And so think about it. You're giving college guys all this money without a background check. They don't have nobody on their staff doing that. So you might be giving the money to this young boy, and his daddy might be the biggest dope boy in town. What the fuck you think he's gonna do with the money?
He about to open up shop.
The shop gonna get bigger.
Hey, Luke,
this shit.
Real quick, Luke.
Go ahead.
Just a quick question. What do y'all get from them coming and asking y'all, giving y'all them questionnaires? Like, what is in that for y'all?
Nothing. We just still on a help mode, helping our kid, and we happy our kid end up getting drafted, and we celebrate. Sometimes we get invited to the draft party, but most of the time we don't, and we just be like, "Hey, my guy, fucking Carlton Davis is playing on motherfucking TV, baby. Shit, yeah, we love it. Number one cornerback in the NFL. I coach that motherfucker. That's all you get."
That's it.
And it's hard to get in touch with them, huh?
Shit. They
Hard
don't
to
call
touch
you.
most of them.
No, they don't call you
Huh?
no more. No, they don't
Don't
call you.
call you.
On
Some
some
of them, I
stepdaddy
mean,
stuff.
some of them do, but most of them don't.
Yeah, I think we saw I don't know if you saw that Math Hoffa interview with Derrick Rose, but he talked about that because his brother's one of the he had a couple of cases pending and was one of the biggest drug dealers out of Chicago where he
Right.
was from.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke about like them people he was supposed to come to the Heat and the Heat passed on him because it was like you got too much of a shady background. So he went
Yeah.
to Michael Beasley and they took Derrick Rose.
No.
Right.
That was he was a pick ahead of us. I think we was gonna get him, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
man.
listen,
Go ahead.
Luke. I wanted to get into what you saw at Colorado, man, like his facilities and stuff. Because you
It's
go to a lot of
beautiful.
these schools.
Absolutely
Is it?
beautiful. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. The shit don't look.
See,
It looked like they had a football team, but they didn't really use the place. It was like
the regular like they didn't use it either, dog.
it was like man, coach was like man, 80 some. I got 85 guys on scholarship. I might only end up with 4. I mean, it was like, yeah. I mean, hey, I mean, the place is beautiful. It is. I mean, I've been through Miami facilities. I've been through a lot of facilities. It's a Power 5 facility, and that's the reason he said, "Look, I could have went to South Florida, but I've been doing the same thing, fighting against everybody, Florida State, Miami, and all that for the same players, and the facilities wasn't gonna be good, and then I'm not Power 5, and I was gonna get beat up in recruiting by that. So I come over here, look at these facilities, absolutely beautiful. We walked around the whole facility. I mean, you got a tunnel going in the practice field, looking like you getting ready to go into the stadium and shit with the lights and shit. I mean, I mean, the the best. I've seen all the top facilities. I mean, Alabama is on a whole nother level. Georgia's a whole level. Clemson is aight. It ain't all jazzy like that. Those facilities are right up there to that. USC is it's not that good. Those facilities, practice field end up out there to the, ends up on the locker rooms and some dope shit. And then they're allowing him to do more renovation to the stuff, customize it in the way he wanted to be customized.
Did they help him? Did they help him with the qualification of getting transfers in? Because I know it was hard in Colorado. I heard a lot of the coaches in the past had problems getting transfers.
Yeah, they changed
into
it.
the school. They changed it for him.
Yeah, because what was happening is at Colorado they didn't match the grades. Like if you got a guy from Georgia, then those grades wasn't good at Colorado. So that's why when you saw the first guy speak at the press conference, it was the dean of academics.
Right.
Spoke before the president to assure everybody this is what we're doing, and that was part of his deal. That's why you see all these transfer portal guys and all them guys coming in because, yes, they couldn't get them guys in. So he was like, I'm not coming to this motherfucker and I ain't going to be able to get no guys in here. Shit. And so they changed it. And now Colorado matches up with everybody else.
So listen, I'm going to ask everybody up here then. Luke, I want your answer last. Do you think because somebody was a Hall of Famer football player, let's start with KB. KB, you there? You think if somebody was a Hall of Fame football player, they should be able to walk right in and be a head coach in D1 football?
Of course not. They should be able to walk in and be on staff in some capacity. But as we've seen through Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, these guys don't always make great execs or coaches or anything like that. No, they probably should have an advantage. They shouldn't have to go through everything to come in and get on staff and do some things, but to just walk into a D1 program and become a head coach, no, not at all.
What you think, Mitty? What about Rich? Rich, what you think?
Me personally, I think you gotta like the idea or love the idea, fall in love with doing the rigmarole that college coaches do. For instance, we saw Nick Saban go to the NFL, and Nick Saban was not in love with having to acquiesce to grown men and grown men telling them to shut the fuck up and sit down. I mean, because they grown men, they contract bigger than yours, so they like, hey Nick, shut up. He ain't like that. He wasn't in love with that happening. So
Right.
if you're not in love with the atmosphere that you're in, that environment, then you might be turned off from it. But I say if you have a Hall of Famer who does truly want to see kids succeed and achieve their goals at the next level, and you're willing to go out on the road and put in those hours, driving in your car 2, 3, 4 in the morning, going up to Lakeland from Miami, and the kid not even at the school. You know what I'm saying? And you know that sometimes you're gonna take losses like that, even though you like, man, I got millions of dollars in the bank. I ain't got to put up with this. If your heart is into it, I would say yes. Then go ahead and give it a shot. Because guess what? They giving other people a shot who don't have the pedigree and who, just like Cam said, watching film with Ed Reed is like, damn, he sees stuff that I don't even see. He talking about, look how the coach looking. You know what I'm saying? And Cam like, I haven't even looked at the coach yet. I'm still looking at what I'm trying to do.
Right. Maddie, you
So
there?
if
What
you,
about you, Maddie? What you think? Oh, go ahead, Rich. You finished? Go ahead.
no, I was about to say, so if you have a guy like that who's willing to invest the time and the energy, then yes, I think give him a shot.
What you think, Maddie? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think I don't think they are prepared, but if they have the leadership acumen and the ability to develop their own teammates, then you got to give them a shot. No, I don't think Deion Sanders should walk into a Jackson State and then a Colorado and turn the program around. But is there a possibility for him to do it? Yeah. Like we talked about this on the
Right.
earlier show. Like the only way the motherfucker go is up. Like they won one game last year, and it probably was the score they paid to just beat on like a drum. Like so, 2 games for him. If he lose every other game except 2, them people gonna be jumping for joy in Colorado. Now, obviously, they want to see continual development, or they gonna hit him with a good Lord split him. You know what I'm saying, and get him up out of there. But I think at the end of the day, if a Hall of Fame career isn't enough, how should I say this? If a Hall of Fame career isn't enough to a dean, a president, a GM that says, hey, this person has played the game at the highest level, they've been recognized at the highest level, let's give them a chance. I don't know what is. Because I don't know what Manny Diaz did to earn a head coach job.
Case in point. Hey.
We don't
I knew it was
know.
coming. I knew it was coming soon.
We don't know Manny Diaz play football, successfully at any level. We know he was a good GA, solid GA, and a good coach. You know what I'm saying? He got opportunities places he went. We saw him get fired as a DC. Someone was like, you know what? Let's take a shot on him, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think you can't just take people who have those type of mindsets and that type of football acumen and just simply tell them, hey, you just wear your gold jacket and be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at some point you got to want to see him expand that out. Now, do I think Deion maybe is accelerating his timeline for success? Possibly, but I mean, he took Jackson State to basically be undefeated in 3 seasons. So
yeah,
we'll see how he operates.
But he did it the right way though. He went through, you know what I'm saying? He didn't just walk in and just become a D1 head coach. I think he coached high school, right?
Yeah, he
went
did.
on to coach, you know what I'm saying, the lower level at Jackson State. So he went up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he climbed up. He climbed up faster than most people do, but he did climb up. He didn't just take that jacket off and just walk into Colorado and say, hey, give me a job. That's a little different.
Now he climbed up
Yeah.
super fast. I think he had his own school with his coaching his son, little daddy ball, and then boom, he applied for Florida State. I think Florida State denied him. And then he went in, made magic at Jackson State. Luke, what you think, Luke? You done paid all your coaching dues. You know what I'm saying? You done brought kids frozen cups. You done let them sleep in your house. You done coached Liberty City. You paid all your coaching dues, and you know what it is to be a head coach. Do you think the ones that are equipped can walk right in and be a D1 coach, or you think Deion is just some? You know what I'm saying? You just think he's a special person, or
So the original question was a Hall of Famer can go in
right.
and be a head,
coach.
should be able to be a head coach.
D1. Yeah, could they just go in and be a D1
D1
head coach? Should they get a shot?
A D1 head coach. Okay.
Right.
I look at it like this here, right? I look at it like this. If you're talking about Deion did everything that everybody else did and more. Deion was a 7-on-7 coach. Deion had 7-on-7 tournaments. Deion ended up going to be a Little League Pop Warner coach. Deion didn't go to high school. He coached in high school. Then Deion went and coached in when it took over college. Okay. Who wasn't winning and who didn't have anything. So he took what he learned and he was successful over there. You speak of Ed Reed, you think Ed Reed, because he's a Hall of Famer. Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, take his jacket off and go out there and coach at Cookman. The thing is, Ed Reed also coached DBs at the Baltimore Ravens for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ed Reed came to University of Miami and was on staff for the amount of years that he was over there. So it ain't like, okay, he coming fresh off a jacket. Now you then go to Larry Little, who had a gold jacket, coached at Miami Edison. And then what did Larry Little do? End up coaching at Bethune-Cookman. Then you go to Doug Williams over at Grambling. Come off the gold jacket, but never coach high school. And go to Grambling. And he struggled because he never went through the ranks. But then again, you know, like I say, those guys ain't the only one. You got Jeff Saturday come off the fucking TV set and go out there. Okay,
that's what I was getting there, though.
But still, I mean, you got Charlie Weiss Jr. He never was a position coach. He was a position coach. Then he became, you know, when he was at Alabama with Lane Kiffin and all that. It's because of his name. 60% of the NFL and the NCAA Power Fives are kids of daddies who had successful names. Look it up. 60% of the coordinators in the NFL are kids who daddy was successful coaches.
Right.
And that's what you have. You got some sort of nepotism, but again, you know, going back to the original question, these guys ain't the only one who came off the slab. You got Trent Dilfer just now coaching in a state championship game. He's a now D1 coach. Trent Dilfer coaching a state championship game. That motherfucker D1 coach.
But he got a lot of
D1 head coach.
Yeah,
yes.
he got picked up at Tulane or something like that, or
Wow.
Because Tulane coach left.
His
No,
high
it
school wasn't even that good. His high school wasn't even that good. Wait a minute,
Trent
hold up.
Dilfer also got a lot of his
minute.
coaching chops from the Elite 11. He was coaching that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But that's way different. What is that? The panty bowl?
So again, gentlemen, you got to understand. You got a lot of those cases. There's a lot of NFL coaches right now that coached in high school.
Wow.
And they went straight to the motherfucking NFL. Look at this motherfucker. Hold on, I give you the motherfucker who was the Dolphins coach before the black man, who ended up doing like shit at the Dolphins. He coached like shit at the Dolphins, the head coach. and then he ended up becoming the head coach at the Jets. He was the ball boy
Gase.
at Michigan
Gase.
State.
Adam Gase.
Adam Gase was the ball boy at Michigan State under Nick Saban. When come on, bro.
Bro, Difford literally did 3 years in high school, and now he's the head coach at UAB, bro. But that's why I brought this up.
That's why I brought this up. When it comes to us, they hold us to higher standards. So Ed Reed, and when I talk to Ed Reed, I'm like, man, if you go anywhere, go to FAM or go to white college. I don't give a fuck if it's D2 or D3 or mid-major. Just don't go there. Don't go that route.
Luke, why you say FAM? Because
FAM got money and FAM got more potential and FAM has a better brand. But
FAM care a little about football. They got a stadium.
They got a lot more. They got good boosters too.
Yeah, and me and Vaughn was talking today, and Vaughn does HBCU football and he's deep into the FAMU family. Vaughn said, Luke, we have 60,000 alumni at FAMU. If each one of these motherfuckers give $100 to the athletic department, add up how much money that would be.
$6 million.
Just A's. But that's the problem. And that's what Prime. So Prime, hey, he has a name brand, and now he's proven that it can be done. He's proven that you can. Like I talked to Chad Johnson the other day. I saw him in the restaurant. I say, if there's anybody else that could do it similar to Prime, it could be you, because you are a marketing machine. And that's the thing. Tommy Tuberville wasn't no hell of a coach. Only time Tommy Tuberville coached was when he was at the University of Miami. Everywhere else, Tommy Tuberville, when he became a head coach, he was the executive head coach. He let his coaches do the coaching. Unlike these Lane Kiffin guys of the world, Mario Cristobal is an executive. The coaches do the coaching. They just go fundraise for the organization. Prime don't do no coaching. He's an executive coach. He ain't no goddamn defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. He go get the money and he close the deal with the players. And he got his goddamn coaches so shook right now that they know he could close. So they can't bring Prime a player and say, Prime, we need you to close the deal on this motherfucker. They got to bring that motherfucker already closed, because they know Prime can go get anybody to go bring somebody to him, which is a great thing to have. Like, motherfucker, if I got to close the deal, then I can go get my little son to go bring this motherfucker to my office for me to close. You better have his ass closed before you get in there. So this man in Colorado is going to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't, everybody can't do that because he's a media machine and he been like that forever. I mean,
Luke, you bring up a good name though when you say that, because you're gonna get into the Deion's success. It's got to be majorly because he is a media machine, because it's hard to get somebody to come to a Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? But you bring up a great.
This man was rapping with Jerry Carroll and shit when he couldn't rap.
Right.
When rapping was cool when he was in the NFL. But let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Name one time in one situation where Prime lost.
Right.
In athletics. Where he wasn't successful.
Right.
Name any part of his career. Baseball, football.
Maybe Rock and Jock. Maybe one of them things like that. He maybe lost a dunk contest at Rock and Jock. I don't know. The Prime winner.
This motherfucker never lost.
Reggie said, just because you're a rocket scientist don't mean you can teach kindergartners. I mean, that's true. But Prime has never lost. Remember Prime? Y'all don't even remember this. Remember Prime was that commercial, was that dude with the afro, and he was doing. What was his name, man? He was in the combine and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He came back in a disguise.
Yeah, he's pretending to be a recruit.
What was that dude's name, man? Right. No, but listen, Luke, when you interview Prime and FAMU coach, and after that, I told you, I said, listen, Luke, man, I should start going to talk to these HBCUs because I think they all, and this was before Prime actually blew Jackson State up. They were simmering this year. I was like, I think they all can show the HBCU way. I've been saying this for the longest. I think if you show things, people, that's how I teach youth football coaches how to start traveling coaches. Show your kids having fun. Start your Instagram, get you a cameraman, and track people through marketing, through having fun. Prime did it, killed it. I think HBCUs can show the HBCU way what's going on there, the good parts, the fraternities, the bands, the girl. And if they just market it and show it, people will be more prone to go there, kind of like what Prime did. I don't think Ed Reed is Prime, but I think Ed Reed could have cameras follow him, and they could create something people would want to see from Ed Reed.
You gotta understand, Streeter. Prime is Streeter. Prime is you. What Prime did? Took his son, one of his sons who don't play football, and put a camera in his hand and say, "You're gonna follow me with this motherfucking phone and this camera, and you're gonna go in the back room and learn how to edit and all that shit." They were doing. That's who was doing all the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
that one don't play. I didn't realize that one don't play football.
No,
he is not.
He the fucking brains behind the operation.
Well off media, yeah.
Hey,
that's Deion Jr.
Yeah, that dude's name was Deion Sandcastle.
He's the brain. He just like you when you started with the guy with the camera and you walk around and you and the camera guy and he took the videos and you edited. You went to YouTube and learned how to edit this shit and put them clips on this motherfucker and that's what Prime's son does. So now when I go up to Prime Place in Colorado, he says, "Shit, man, it was just me and my son doing this shit. Look at this room here with all these computers, these editing machines. I got a whole fucking team of motherfuckers to do this." He said, "We really finna be off the chain now."
Right. Shout out to Abam Kane with the 499, and shout out to Natasha Robinson with the 449. Wait 1 second. Abam Kane say Prime gonna get stumped by the SEC like everyone else. I don't believe that have anything to do with it.
He don't play in the SEC.
Football is entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Prime has figured out how to be entertaining and bring money into a program. People say at the end of the day, you gotta win those street. Okay. But it softens the blow a little bit when you're generating money.
Hey, listen.
That's true.
Let me tell you when you gotta win. When you start winning conference championships, that's when the fan base expect you to win national championships. George O'Leary made a living at UCF. I remember George O'Leary, we had some players say, "Man, bring the players over here, and George, you can win the championship." George said, "I ain't trying to win the motherfucking championship. I'm trying to win 8 motherfucking games and keep getting this money. Because when I win one championship, conference championship, they're going to want me to win a national championship. Then I got to keep that shit up. But I can keep the motherfucker hoping and praying, winning 8 games, I'm good."
He was a coach for almost 20 years, right?
Thank you.
Remember Luke? I remember Luke went off on my voicemail about Clemson.
Like that. You got programs like that and coaches with that mindset. Look at man, shit. We go to winning this raggedy motherfucker right here. Then these motherfuckers going the fan base, then they going all of a sudden, get Streeter and all his boys coming up here talking about, "Oh, y'all need to fire this motherfucker because we right there. We can win a national championship." Shit.
Oh man. Hey, I remember Luke went off on my voicemail about Rich went to Clemson. He graduated from Clemson, about how Miami isn't related to Clemson because Clemson had never won anything. He was like, Dabo sat there and he had all the time in the world to win because there was no expectations. Remember that, Luke?
Yeah.
And I was comparing. And he just twiddled his thumbs and fucking because he had no expectations. You know what I'm saying? Until he had to win, until he won.
Right.
And when he
Right.
won, that's when the expectations go up. That's why until you win one of them national championships, everybody they judge your shit based on that. You got motherfuckers in the media, and you got motherfuckers wasn't even born when University of Miami won a championship.
Right.
But they sit up there, we need to get back to where we was. Bitch, you don't know where we was. And so again, I mean, hey, how many years Schuler's son was at Alabama? Not winning shit.
Getting his face stomped in.
Getting his ass whooped.
Yep.
And motherfuckers before he just chilling, making a check at Alabama. And then they bring Nick Saban in that motherfucker, and then now the expectations is to win, and when you have a couple bad years, your ass gone. Look at the guy over there at Penn State. Penn State it's like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't fire coaches. That man been over there for 9 years, and he's the most underrated, underappreciated coach in the NCAA. He took over a goddamn sex scandal. And turned the motherfucker around to being a winning program. He right at the double. 9 years. They ain't fucking with that man on a bad year. Shit. We get crazy. James Franklin. That man been at Penn State for 9 years. Ain't won no goddamn national championship. Joe Paul. He probably won one.
Yeah.
So, some people
30 years.
Think 30 fucking years at one school.
He won only one. When they beat us, when Testaverde threw all the interceptions.
When Testaverde started throwing it to other people. He
said 30 years, and they love that man, dog. For 30 years,
he a college
they
legend.
love him to death. Yeah.
College legend. 30 years and one title.
One fucking time.
That's why I kind of brought it up so we can have that conversation about how unequal it is. About how unequal it is that, you know what I'm saying, Guilford, 3 years in high school, boom, head coach at UAB. And then we're talking about Hall of Famers that want to coach really bad. Like legends in the game that want to coach really bad. And we're looking at them like, nah.
And Denver win 10 games. If Denver win 10 games, he will get a Power 5 job. ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Matty. You got something you want to say, Matty?
No, I was gonna say that he won one national championship. We got a statue in front of their stadium.
Fucking statue.
A whole statue.
A whole motherfucking
statue.
statue.
Too.
Ain't that some shit, man? And motherfucking Penn State. We appreciate you, Coach. We love you. You can be here until you have a fucking sex scandal.
Okay, and somebody said that he won two. He won 2 in 30 years. All right.
Let's see what years that was.
My bad.
One in 60. One in 1960. What his name is?
Still,
Joe Paterno?
1980.
Joe Paterno.
Yeah,
he died.
Yeah.
He died. The 20,
right after he quit.
When they threw the man statue in the ground, he died.
Yeah, the 22nd. Yeah. Was his 11th year death anniversary.
I knew that was gonna happen to him. You know, you get older, man. You need that purpose for living, and once they took that from him, that was it, bro.
1982 and 1986. Which one they beat you in? They beat you in when?
Joe Paul, two natties. And how many we got? How many University of Miami got?
5.
We got 5?
5.
5 should be 6.
Should be 6.
Should
5.
be 6.
How many you played in?
Oh damn! I never thought about
8?
that.
Yeah, we played in a bunch.
I mean, national championships you played in. And you talking about going to the motherfucker. Joe Paul ain't went to but 2.
Yeah, we probably went to like 10 to 15 at least.
Listen, that shit. Hey man.
Look, man, I was watching the BMF movie the other night, man, and it's just a BMF movie. 50 Cent made it, but them boys was from Detroit. Them boys they had old Miami Hurricane jackets, the same ones you used to wear, dog.
Detroit, they were fucking with us in Detroit. They fuck with me in Detroit. Detroit like my second city for the most sales. I mean, I go to Detroit every year. I go to Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just did a show out there. You just did a show out there last year, right?
Yeah, I go there every year.
Yeah, the stripper saying, the stripper saying shout out to Footballville and shit. I got the videos. Yeah, the stripper saying Footballville was funny, dog. But so Detroit, what is Detroit? I've never been to Detroit before. Detroit, is it anything? What is it like?
Miami.
It is like Miami?
Yep. Detroit and Baltimore is just like Miami. Gold teeth, rims on the cars back in the days. Them motherfuckers, hey, Detroit hardcore Miami.
Mm-hmm.
No, them boys fuck with us down there.
That's what's up, man.
And that was the first BMF, the first series, right? First season.
Nah, that's the second season right there.
That's the second season.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way to link that. We gotta find a way to link that photo. Nah, they can't kill him because he's still alive in real life. But we gotta find a way to link that jacket to Luke back in the day. He got to get props for that jacket, bro. Because nobody was really wearing that like that. Two Live Crew, bro. We gotta find a way to link that on the internet, bro.
I gotta find one of them jackets. I actually gave my jacket to Pitbull.
Yeah,
I got one. It's a white
one.
I need to find one.
Definitely need it up here.
Hurricane Bang Jr. asked me for a jacket. So I was
he got yours from, man.
He gave him.
I gotta look.
Where you got it from?
I gotta look. I forgot where I got it from. But the dude up here, I was walking through the mall with it on. He was like, "God damn, where you get that jacket?" I was like, "You from North Dakota? What the fuck you wear my jacket for?"
Adam came with the $4.99. Adam say Prime doing this thing for sure, but he won't win the top level college football. I think y'all are really underestimating the leadership of this dude, man. He's about to get these kids to buy in. I ain't saying he finna go out there and play with Georgia tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But I think y'all underestimating what y'all saw him do at Jackson State, dog.
Listen. This man went and got Kent State head coach to be his offensive coordinator. The fucking head coach. Leave his job at Kent State. Not no slap dick. D1 in a conference, what they in the MAC or some shit like that. Leave his job. Fuck this shit. I'm going over to Colorado to be the offensive coordinator. Then he got Kelly. He got Kelly from Alabama to be his defense coordinator. Kelly, I know Kelly for 100 years.
Yeah, fun fact about Kelly, he's currently rated #1 recruiter in America for the 23 cycle. Go look at his Levante Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Man, he looked that up last night. He looked that up last night.
Go look at his record.
Look at the people who he recruited. Who he recruited, Manny? Listen to this list, Luke. You remember some of them? Will Allen was one of them. He recruited Will Allen.
No, Will Anderson, Levante Taylor.
Will Anderson, yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Hey, listen. Then you got Tim Brewster over there, another badass recruiter.
Tim Brewster over there?
Yeah, he the tight end coach. He recruit. He was over there at Jackson State with Prime working for free. He said, "I believe in this shit." Tim Brewster recruited Dalvin Cook and all these motherfuckers at Florida State. Listen, man, this man that don't get it twisted at what you look at. This man got top of the line, high-powered, high-profile motherfuckers on his staff. He ain't got no slapdicks out there. It ain't like he brought all them guys who were coordinators at Jackson State are not coordinators at motherfucking Colorado. Now they on the staff, but they ain't no goddamn coordinators. That man got head coaches on his staff. That was Power 5 head coaches.
Shout out to PP. Step 305 says, so any coach that has a UM job doesn't stand a chance with the expectations he's facing.
No, he don't. He got to win right now. Shit. And then you get motherfucker like Ruiz with the bag. hey, listen, man. I'm telling you, Mario is conflicted on how he working. Because if I was the head coach at UM, I would win. I would win 10 games in my first year in the national championship my second year. This their age.
Yeah.
I would win a fucking 10 games this year and a national championship the next year. Because if I got a motherfucker with a bag over here, and if I'm gonna do it the mercenary way, I you know what I do? Let me tell you, Streeter, this is what I would do. I say, how much money we got? Okay, we got $10 million to spend on NIL, right? The average amount of guys get drafted on a big draft class for a college. You know how many people that is? That's on the average of 5 to 6 players at a university. That is a big draft class. 9 times out of 10, if you have 5 or 6 guys that get drafted, you're playing the national championship or you winning it. So think about it along those lines. I got this money, and I got guys who are juniors who have a draft grade, because you can only get a draft grade until you become a junior. I would go after every motherfucker who have a draft grade of a 4th round or lower. Or you got a great draft grade of a 5th round. Because if you're 4th to 7th, then that means you might end up being a free agent. So I would give you 4th round money or 5th round money to stay in college to increase your draft status. Because now you're a businessman, whether you like it or not. You ain't think about this. You think about, man, if I go back another year, because that's what them guys struggle with. If I go back another year and get 12 sacks, my shit will go up, because now I'm competing against this motherfucker who had 12 sacks and I had 9, and his draft grade is higher than mine. So now I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you as a 5th rounder. What does a 5th rounder get in the NFL? 4th or 5th rounder. His guarantee, Streeter, may be less than $1 million. 600,000-700,000. I'm gonna give you 600,000. I'm gonna give you what you would have gotten as a 5th round draft pick. I'm gonna give you your fucking money right now. And you can play another year and you can increase your draft status. So think of this as a business deal. Your ass is gonna start at the end, and you go around that motherfucker, and this on you. I ain't really gotta do no hardcore coaching or motivating your ass. You already motivated by the bag. I just gave you guaranteed 500,000. You right there close, and you got a 5th round draft grade. You're gonna come back. You playing on house money. You ain't losing shit, because there's a possibility, boss, of your ass becoming a 7th round free agent. And if you 7th, 6th round, you staying with another nigga in the training camp. Is virtually impossible for you to make the team. Okay,
right?
I would do that. And I would stack my motherfucking team with them motherfuckers right there. I take, hey man, 500 to you. How many niggas I need? Okay, I need a left tackle. I need a running back. I need this motherfucker right here, this motherfucker right here, this badass linebacker, this badass DN. You shit. You finna drag these motherfuckers lockdown cornerback, a wide receiver that can fucking go, another dude in the slot that can go, another motherfucker. Man, shit. I will have at least 5 guys on each side of the ball with draft grades 4th round or better, and I will beat the dog shit out these motherfuckers.
You talk like you coached before, Luke.
No, I'm just using sense. I'm like, you got, man, these dudes around here. Look, and then I still have my high school guys grooming them up. That's the farm system. I'm grooming them up to be great. And so now by the time those mercenaries are playing them positions, now them dudes in their 2nd year, they ready to play right now. They 2nd, 3rd year, they groomed up, ready to go. But they doing it all wrong. Everybody just having a bidding war against Cormani McClain. I'm not finna give Cormani no $1 million or no $1.5 million.
I'm not done with Hayes Fawcett, dog.
I put that that starter jacket in the private chat.
You put it in there?
Yeah.
I'm not done with Hayes Fawcett, man.
Yeah,
These goofy graphics he keep coming up with, dog.
Yeah, we gotta get Hurricane Bane a jacket, man. He won a 2X. He told me, Coach. He told me, Coach, I need a 2X. He's gonna be the first. Hey, Ray and him gonna be the first guys.
We're gonna get him one, though. We'll get him one.
That's right.
Y'all sold out right now.
Huh?
Is he trying to stay with the trend of wearing tight clothes? Because I know he need more than a 2X.
I know, man.
I think that's that young thing. He gotta have more than the 2X, bro.
Bro, this nigga told me.
I would buy a 2X, bro, or 1X.
Get the man a 3X.
Yeah.
Yes.
And say, man, that's all they got. Because we know damn well your ass finna bust out of this motherfucking 2X. But you know them shorties.
They like little small clothes, man.
Streeter.
Yeah.
That's what. Hey, Streeter, they making this shit difficult. Give me a dude with a bag of money telling me he got $10 million for NIL. What? Okay, all right. Hey, man, give me all these motherfuckers draft grades. Hey, man, you come over here with me. Let's go. Fuck this shit. Hey, don't go in the draft. Ain't now motherfuckers should be in the draft with no 4th round draft grade. You be playing for me at the University of Miami. Call me what the fuck y'all want to call me, but spell my name right. I got a bunch of goddamn killers out here. They trying to get into that 1st and 2nd round where they could make $10 million. I didn't give them that guaranteed $500,000.
Hey, that's true. That's 20 guys.
That is
Change
20
the whole
fucking
face,
guys.
Whole face of your ball club.
And I don't need 20. I really need about 12 of these motherfuckers, 6 on each side of the ball. But everybody
somebody's gonna figure something out. It's all new, but I think somebody's gonna figure something out. We thought Texas A&M was on or something. We thought they was.
I said that, told Prime that. I said, Prime, I wouldn't get no. I said, bro, let me give you this. I'm gonna drop a jewel on you now. And I told him the same thing. I said, man, what the fuck you gonna get these niggas for? I said, boss, take the money and go get the dudes on the draft grade. You know every scout in America. You can get on the phone right now. That is what I thought University of Miami was going to use Alonzo Highsmith for. This man was a fucking system GM. He know every scout in America. He can go get a draft grade on the guy right now.
Right now.
Right.
And it's a real draft grade too. It's not like
a real draft grade. That means the scouts done looked at your ass, they done combed across the paperwork, and they done scouted your ass, and they gave you he's a 4th round guy. 4th round? Oh, hell yeah, come on. I'm not gonna convince no 2nd, 3rd round guy. Because if he go get off in the combine at the 3rd round, he can then jump into the 2nd round. But then you gotta understand, it's 32 teams. So ain't but 32 motherfuckers is gonna go in each round. Mm-hmm. So now if you got a 4th round grade, boss, no. If you got a 5th round grade, I want you. And I'm gonna give you your guaranteed money for your first year. Now you can up your stock. And next year, if you 5th round now, you automatically gonna go up another round. Then you're gonna get your bag. You can go up 2 rounds. And then I don't gotta run after you like no kid. You like, Coach, what a locker room man, because your mental is on a whole nother level. You close to the bag and you see the vault open, you just got to go up in that motherfucker. So you sitting up there, you working out when a nigga ain't telling you to work out. I ain't got to run after you like one of them kids. And then now when my young players see how you getting off these 12 dudes with these draft grades work in my facility, they're learning how to work around them because they close to the money. Not no fucking slapdick DB from Miami who think he is shit, but he can't catch a goddamn punt. Now he getting ready to go to the league. He gonna go think he's someone to be drafted.
Right.
No.
You know what? You saw that with Coach K when Coach K was coaching the Redeem team. He brought Kobe in there, and
That's what
while everybody else was coming from the club at 4 a.m., they saw Kobe going down to the weight room.
that's what. Let me tell you, and that's to be honest with you, that's the college basketball way. How many times Kentucky had a bunch of motherfuckers one and dones? That's all you need in football. College football should have been a bunch of one and dones in the portal. I ain't getting no motherfucking no portal and get him no fucking money. He a freshman or a sophomore? Fuck that. Then he gonna count against me.
Right.
If he don't work out to be good, he's
That
gonna
make a
count
lot of
against me
sense.
for the next 2 years if I had to get rid of this motherfucker. It's set up for that. I sat there, broke down this shit, analyzed it. Didn't take me long because I'm a smart guy. And I said, if I'm doing this, what would I do? But Streeter,
What Prime said.
he started thinking. I looked at him. I said, oh shit, niggas get quiet and shit. When niggas go to getting quiet, boy, you go, hey, say that shit again.
He heard you. Them wheels was turning. He heard you.
Say that shit again. No, on my staff is going to be a former NFL executive, some motherfucker in the scouting department, and you're going to be my GM. Give me a motherfucker got the NFL shit, and you are going to be my scouting department guy who look for guys with grades, and you're going to be in control of the portal department.
Look, you ain't slide him Highsmith's number while you was up there, did you?
I wish I.
Because what you said,
no.
yeah. Because what you're saying sound, because what you're saying sound good. You know what I'm saying? It sounds almost perfect. So I'm just hoping you ain't slide him the number.
I'm trying to see if
Maybe we'll figure it out.
I'm trying to see if I can see y'all in there.
I hope some people on the Kane staff is watching.
They don't
Me
listen.
too.
To
I
me.
hope they're watching.
They don't listen to me. They don't listen to a motherfucking thing I tell them. Any recommendation I give them, they don't listen. They don't listen to nothing I tell them. I can sit down with Mario and Manny and all the rest of these motherfuckers and Randy and goddamn you name it. Any head coach at the only head coach at the University of Miami listened to me was Dennis Erickson. The rest of these motherfuckers, that shit go in one ear, go out the other one. I said, Mario, you need to hire this guy right here. Get all the motherfuckers out that back room. They got this. You say this. You say the roster horrible. Yeah, the roster horrible. Okay, so why would you be keeping a bunch of motherfuckers who created a horrible roster? That's number one. And I'm gonna give you some guys you might need to get that can go around the back door into the go into the cracks and the crannies, and they can get motherfuckers and bring them. I recommended the guy somebody. I recommended him Chris Perkins, and I recommended him, and I recommended him Corey Bell. And I said, and I recommended him another guy, Larry Williams Jr. Do you know who that is?
Larry Williams Jr.
Finna fuck y'all up. Larry Williams Jr. played football at Florida A&M. He was a coach at Miles College. He was an offensive coordinator. Now, Larry Williams Jr. coached at FAM. Now he's on the staff of University of Florida. Follow me. You following me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Larry Williams Sr. is the president of Miami Northwestern.
Mm-hmm. I know Larry Williams Sr.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you talking about pipeline?
Larry Williams Jr. actually GA'd with Mario at fucking Florida State.
What, Mario?
Yes. No, not at Florida State. I'm sorry, FIU.
Oh, okay.
I said Mario High, this motherfucker making life easy.
Let me wonder why we can't get an Andy Jean.
Y'all can see me? I'm looking at y'all. These motherfuckers scratching their head now. I can see y'all in the little windows and shit on my phone. These motherfuckers like, oh Lord, it's chess, it's not checkers.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man.
They ain't listen to you, dog.
Nah, we here. They don't.
Y'all all right?
He ain't hired none of them. He ain't talked to none
Why
of
the
them. He
man
ain't
hired
interviewed nobody.
I told him to hire. hey, he ain't fired nobody. I told him to fire.
I don't think Mario, bro. Listen, bro. I don't think Mario listening to nobody.
Listen, I love Mario. I like Mario. I love Mario to death. But I call it like I see. I love Mario. I fuck with Mario. That's my guy. But Mario don't fucking listen to me. Shit.
I don't think he listen to nobody. Somebody say Mario only won the air review for recruiting. He's glad he's gone. This guy Eric D been drinking all day, I think.
Man, Mario ain't listening. Mario,
maybe.
listen, man. I sat down with that man a couple times at the fucking Cafe Caleche, Telemundo, drinking, eating black beans and rice and plantains. And what you think, Luke? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I think. How did this shit get so bad? Okay, I'll tell you how this shit got so bad. Now you do what the fuck you want to do. You get the $8 million, and this is what I think. You might want to dish your shit, but I think you might. Man, shit.
It ain't just you, Luke. I don't think Mario listening to too many. I don't think he's listening to nobody, dog.
None of them coaches. I think they told the people when they get the job on their fucking application and their contract. Don't fucking listen to Luke. I'm gonna tell you the only other person listening to me. Only other person listening to me. Up until his last hire was the fucking AD. The past
the one we didn't like.
Blake James. I don't know why y'all didn't like Blake James.
Because he wasn't good at his job, Luke.
I would like to have a real Blake James conversation one day on here. Why the fuck everybody hated Dennis Erickson the same way that they hated Blake James. Meanwhile, Dennis Erickson won 2 national championships.
Well, somebody asked,
who was doing the hiring?
Who has Luke developed?
Who is me?
Yeah, just run through the players that you done.
Oh shit!
And
who went to college or is in the NFL?
Carlton
man,
Davis,
like
Artie Burns, Devontae Freeman, Estridge played the league. Gaines played for me, Little League. Devontae Davis played on my part.
When you say develop, I mean
fucking
this is crazy.
Emmett Rice, starting middle linebacker from Florida State. Rashawn Joseph. What you want me to stop? We'll be doing this shit all night.
I tell you what, Luke, you can answer this question like this. You telling the story about what's the receiver? Who was it? Cooper that you tried to bring to Miami?
Amari Cooper.
You tell that story.
Night. Hey, I'm the one who took Baker played DB for me, first round. No, ask me how many first round draft picks. God damn it. Fuck that.
He's just in the comment section talking, man.
Yeah, tell them they just talking.
He's in the comment section talking, man. I don't know why we hate. It goes to the Teddy Bridgewater thing, right? Like how people in South Florida hate him, wanting Skyler to play really, really bad. Put Skyler in, man. Take Teddy out, right? And they don't even know Skyler. Don't know nothing about Skyler. don't know nothing about Skyler. But you hate Teddy, the highest paid backup in the NFL. I don't know what's wrong with people, man, when they hear narratives and they think they know people and they start talking crazy off the wall shit.
And no matter what you tell them, straight up, and no matter what you tell them, they come up, they move the goalposts. Oh, fuck that shit. Well, you ain't developed no defensive alignment. Shit, me. They just fucked up. They're just haters. I mean, the motherfuckers haters. They move the goalposts when you give them the facts and the receipts. Then the goalposts just got moved. All right. No, better yet, I have 12 guys who I've discovered. Pitbull, he was selling dope in fucking Opalaka. He's a multi-millionaire. Cool and Dre, they interned at my motherfucking studio. H-Time became millionaires. Yeah. Who else you want me? Poison Clan, they were fucking jacking and robbing with Streeter. When all
Trick
was
Daddy,
that motherfucker.
Verb.
Yeah.
Trick Daddy, Verb.
Trick Daddy came out of motherfucking prison. You wanna know who the fuck I developed? Shit eater. Go enjoy your fucking Martin Luther King weekend.
A bunch of bad bitches with G-strings on.
The fuck you talking about?
A stable full of motherfucking talented ass bitches.
Tootsies.
Hey,
Nigga, I
Streeter.
Tootsies, the Rolex, all that. What the fuck you mean? What the fuck I developed?
What's up, Cal?
Nah, that comment Eric D made about he's glad Ed Reed's gone. What he was saying was Mario wasn't listening to Ed, and Mario ain't only wanted him to do one thing. He's saying he glad Ed left him. He wasn't saying he glad Reed is gone.
Oh,
I figured that's what he was trying to get at. I had to go back and look through the section.
Gotcha.
Man, listen, man. Mario's a good guy. Ed wasn't bothered with nobody. Ed wasn't bothered with nobody. Ed actually did more under Mario than he did under Manny. Manny used Ed as a pawn in the game because at that time everybody was pushing for Highsmith to be the general manager. And that at that time, and that came up and Highsmith was going to be over the football operation, you know, from an athlete. And that's the only thing that fucking Blake James did wrong. Outside of hiring Manny, you know, he did good, but and so what happened is, what Mario did was hired that Mario alumni brother hire is Highsmith. So you got to watch it. Listen, a lot of this shit politics, man, and that's what I don't like about it. You know, because if you're gonna, you know, and I talk to people, so I can't talk too much about getting too deep about certain things, because then people gonna, you know, put two and two together and they gonna know, oh, that shit came from in-house. You feel me? But again, you know, Mario has good staff. I think he got everybody in the wrong position. Gaddis should be the quarterback coach. He should take his little boyfriend he bought from Michigan and send him back to Michigan. The little white boy with the pretty face. He needs to send this motherfucker back over there and fucking Pons. Somebody need to be coaching receivers and not goddamn Cooney, because when Gaddis over there fucking looking down at the play call and say run this play quarterback and looking at him making sure he running checks and all that, the guy who watching the receivers is Cooney. And when Gaddis in the room dealing with the goddamn quarterbacks, the guy in the room with the receivers is Cooney. And y'all know that movie. I like Cooney as a person, but I don't want him to be no receiver coach. So you got him, the assistant receiver. Then you got Steele. You down there, you a linebacker coach, Steele. Why are you coaching safeties? You're not a safety coach. So what ends up happening? The safety is the same situation on the offensive coordinator side of it. He can't watch no safety. Then he got a GA or some assistant watching the safeties. When you need to take your ass down there in the box, fire this other linebacker coach, or put him in the back room, go get Corey Bell or somebody, let him coach the fucking safeties with the DB coach. You're good. You can look at the box and you can rest assured that all that shit is going good back there. Hey, Gaddis, get your ass over there. Take Pons, put his ass at receivers, because that's what he do. Because he ain't doing shit. Because his boy, Gaddis' homeboy, is the motherfucking quarterback coach. So Pons really ain't doing shit. He's just a sympathy hire.
Who is Gaddis' homeboy?
Time out, Gaddis' homeboy. That's who we was trying to figure out who that guy was.
The dude with the red hair.
The red hair.
He came with Gaddis.
There you go.
That's Gaddis Ginger. Okay.
That is the quarterback coach, guys.
God,
Because I told him to hire
man.
my homeboy in the front of
Perkins.
all the motherfuckers. I said on here in the front of everybody. Why you ain't got this? Why you don't hire this nigga to be the assistant? He can go in the back row. He can get the quarterbacks right. He ain't got to be in the 10. Oh!
What?
I already know you was gonna say that. I brought my guy with me from Michigan. Oh, so that's a little pretty redhead blonde on
Why
the
you keep calling that
sideline
man pretty, man?
with the motherfucking quarterbacks at 12-year-old. Oh, okay, that's why the quarterback's regressing. Oh, so what the fuck is Ponce doing?
What is Punch doing, Coach?
So
We was
Luke,
trying to
let me
figure
ask
out
you
who
this.
that dude was, man.
Let me ask you this, Luke.
He got a bunch of guys in the wrong position.
Let me ask you this. So they just hired Brian Hartline as OC at OSU / receivers coach. Basically the same thing as Gaddis here in Miami, but up there. How do you think that's going to work out, in your opinion?
See, the thing is, let's use this for example. If you do that, you have see what think about it. Alabama, Ohio State, those places, right? They systems. All they do is bring a bitch in, and you're still gonna run their system. So they have in Michigan, Harbaugh was the quarterback coach at Michigan. That's why Gaddis could do that at Michigan, because the head coach he fucked with the quarterback. He was a quarterback, and so I guarantee you, if you look at Michigan, if you look at Michigan's Ohio State staff, you'll see that the quarterback coach been there forever. They're gonna use the same lingo. They just plug and play. You can add some more shit into the system, but our staff is what our staff is. That's what you got. He gonna come in there, run a system, add some more bells and whistles and some more shit onto it. But I guarantee that quarterback coach been there.
I've always said that was just a reason to keep his ass there because he need all these Florida kids. Because he was looking.
The quarterback coach probably is a great recruiter and a hell of a quarterback coach, and he getting paid a lot of money, and so they won't need in that situation a quarterback coach. You couldn't be a coordinator. Hey, we'll cut our deal. Well, you're not the quarterback coach. We got a quarterback coach here. We love what he do. He does a good job. All right, you just come in. You get the fucking receiver. All these motherfuckers don't know how to coach anyway. They coach off of DVD. You think
And that's not
Charlie
Demarcus Van
Weiss
Dyke.
Jr.
That's
is 4'4"?
DVD.
He the quarterback coach at Ole Miss. Never played down in football in his life.
Fourth quarter, we got Cincinnati 24, Baltimore 17. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Lamar playing?
And the Giants knocked off Minnesota 31-24.
Damn.
It would be I protest the damn NFL. Giants mess around and win the Super Bowl.
Let me see what Saquon Barkley did. 2 rushing touchdowns.
No, we'll look at Daniel Jones. I don't know what got into him.
Yeah.
But he woke up today.
The playoff. You get close to the money, man. Them niggas go to playing, man. That's basically money.
He turned on his Eli Manning switch apparently.
I'm so proud of the Dolphins. I know it ain't no participation trophy, but they played their ass off. When ain't nobody.
That was a good game, man.
Yeah, they played their ass off, man. I feel sorry for Tyreek and some of them other guys, man. They played their ass off. They had a good thing going. I think the quarterback, the head coach, called them plays. I think he didn't do a good job. He still got some more learning to do. The quarterback, obviously, you can't really do what you need to do when you handcuffed with a fucking 3rd round quarterback. The GM fucked up because he should have got Mr. Irrelevant. He could have drafted Mr. Irrelevant over this guy. He got this guy before Mr. Irrelevant. So you know, and again, you know, I
Come
wish
on.
Teddy would have gave him some more. I swear to God, I want Teddy to be the hero, similar to
Me too.
what Gino is doing. I think we were pulling more for Teddy than I don't know. I just wanted Teddy to be the hero. But
So
then
they're picking up.
at the end of the day, he's the bad guy. He's gonna be the bad guy.
You telling me we should pick up Brock Purdy over Skylar Thompson?
Yeah.
That's all right. They got a
saying-
chance to make up for it. They got a chance to make up for it. They better throw the boat, the house, and everything else at Lamar Jackson in the offseason. That's what they better do.
I'm trading Tua and Waddle for Lamar Jackson.
Whoa.
Know about Waddle, but I mean, if that's what it takes. But
Waddle drop all these
I'm giving
motherfucking
them
balls. Man, Waddle, how many balls Waddle don't even know when to jump, time his jump. I've seen this motherfucker drop balls every game. He fucked Teddy up. He dropped balls against when Teddy was in. That man dropped balls. He literally like, you know.
What's Tua value? With that concussion shit around his head, his value value go down, right?
Man, that's why that shit look real good with him and Waddle going to Baltimore. Lamar. Man, shit, Lamar. Hey, Waddle got all the motherfucking yards, but he got them drops. You know, they're gonna think, oh, we can fix that shit. We'll take that, get all these yards, but they don't know it was the system. Man, I'll trade both of them motherfuckers, man. And go get me another mother, man. I got Tyreek Hill. After a while, how long do these quarterbacks last? Mr. Rogers, all these motherfuckers, Tom Brady, this motherfucker, they last a long time. You need a quarter. Yeah. The receivers don't last. Running backs don't last. Nobody last. The quarterbacks be out there till they're 35 years old. That's why I'm mad with Teddy. You're 29 years old. You got 10 more motherfucking years. You can get $8 million a year.
Oh, look, Luke, man, they don't like the trading Waddle in the comment section, dog. They're going against you on trading Waddle. They don't
because they fucking blind. You got to give up something. Hold on. You're not going. You think about this in the comments.
Talk to him, Luke. Talk to him. Goddamn, talk to him before we get out of here. Talk to him.
In order to get something, you got to give up something. And that motherfucker dropped footballs. So now, y'all like him because he got a lot of numbers. But at the end of the day, he was the franchise guy before we got Tyreek, right? Before y'all got, I'm a Cowboy. Before you got Tyreek, you had to get another motherfucker to help Waddle be the man of the house. Okay? So he's not the man of the house. It's Tyreek. Because he had that opportunity and got a fucking coach fired. So now he's a secondary guy. Tyreek is the man of the house. That is your fucking gangster receiver. All right. How long y'all gonna be able to keep both of them motherfuckers and to them?
Right.
You're not gonna be able to pay Waddle anyway in 2 years. You're not gonna be able to pay him. He's gonna be gone. Meanwhile, the franchise quarterback that you get will last 8 to 10 years. So you're gonna keep this motherfucker for the time being, and you're gonna keep this numbnut, and then you're gonna go get another shit-eating quarterback. Really? You still gotta get a quarterback. So package this motherfucker up and look real good, and go get this motherfucker and let Lamar come here. Lamar is gonna make up for the production of Waddle, and you go get you another motherfucker because your number one receiver is Tyreek Hill. You pair that motherfucker up with anybody else, and you good. I could run out there and look like Waddle because I'm running butt nigga free. Shit, them niggas trying to high load. You say, how many games did y'all see 3 motherfuckers on Tyreek? 3.
Every game.
Here's the part that everybody's forgetting too. Who was Waddle's quarterback in college?
Thank you. No, who was this quarterback last year without Tyreek? He couldn't get you motherfuckers nowhere to the fucking shit. He's not a number one receiver, so why is he not expendable? Oh, I want Waddle. Okay, you gonna keep Waddle if you want to, because you ain't gonna package 2 up to get no motherfucker Lamar. They ain't gonna get no nigga with no goddamn bad head.
For Lamar Jackson, I'm packaging Waddle up for sure. Because not only that, but you're talking about a window where you're gonna even have that team and that organization together and that offense you really got to strike while the iron is hot.
Thank
If
you.
you don't, you'll never. It's when was the last time the Dolphins went to a Super Bowl?
Hey, they took
Oh, brother.
this boy weapons away. They traded all his gangsters.
All of them.
And that motherfucker still won.
He really ain't have none. I don't know what y'all consider gangsters. He really ain't have none.
Yeah, shit.
Right.
Well, Hollywood.
Yeah, Brown. Yeah, Brown.
No,
He
bro.
have shit.
He ain't
They
had nothing.
had
Bro.
to run a damn 3 tight end set because he had no receivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the sentiment the sentiment is like this: if you can keep Waddle, of course you try your best. But if you can't, if that's what it takes to get Lamar, it is what it is, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the motherfucking steal. I made that. I glossy that shit up, and I'd be like, hold on, put it on me. We hired Luke, and he did that shit.
But check it out too. Let's talk scheme a little bit. If because you a coach, so let's talk scheme.
No, this
you
year
got
I was
Lamar
trash.
Jackson.
This year I was trash. I was fucking trash.
But check it out, dude. Check it out. You got Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You got Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. I mean, whatever you got at running back is what you got. But all those triple teams that you have going on with Tyreek Hill, guess what somebody got to do? They got to come off of Tyreek Hill because they got to spy Lamar Jackson.
Good night, Irene.
That's before you even put another receiver on the other side.
You got 11 motherfuckers on the field and 3 motherfuckers running with this motherfucker. So if football is a number game, what people don't realize. Right. You got 3 motherfuckers running with this other nigga, and you telling me you can't go get another 4-3 motherfucker out the draft or in free agency that's gonna come over here, and you know guys is gonna come play with Lamar. Y'all know that. Y'all know people coming to play with Lamar. Motherfuckers jumping through hoops.
The reason they didn't come to Baltimore is because the money is not right.
The money ain't right. And ain't nobody want to go to Baltimore. This should be so good. This would be like LeBron James came to this motherfucker.
I think so, bro.
You got to get ready.
Yeah.
That's why they everybody want to jump me. I said, I know y'all gonna jump me because y'all love Waddle because he do a little dance and shit, but you're gonna have to give up something to get something.
Right.
Hey, and look at Julio Jones. Look at Julio Jones, right? Look at Julio Jones. 3 years ago, Julio was a gangster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their production go down at receiver. Look at this motherfucker who getting ready to play.
Luke.
Back. Look at Evans. Evans' production is going down.
I don't know what's going down. That dude, he figured out 1,000-yard receiving season every year.
Yeah, he got it because he ain't as electrifying as he was before.
I mean, he's always been a solid possession receiver. He ain't like no burn or nothing like that.
No, he's solid because he's a big motherfucker. But a lot of them guys, they at receiver, they shit go to slowing down too now. That shit go to going, they wide receivers, they running routes.
Well, and riddle me this: whose production drops off first? A burner at wide receiver or a taller wide receiver?
A burner, a taller.
About that. He should talk about that. He said that speed start going, and if you ain't no route runner, which a lot of the speedsters aren't route runners. Yeah, and once that's gone, if you ain't no route runner, you out of there.
Yeah.
So you almost got 2 liabilities right now. You got Tyreek Hill and you got Waddle, but Tyreek Hill is faster.
Bro, Tyreek was beat up this year because they used him too hard.
I couldn't tell.
I'll give you this. About
couldn't tell. That's what we did this thing, though.
That motherfucker going half speed is faster than the average motherfucker.
Yeah, Mike Evans had 1,000 yards every year his NFL career.
Yeah.
So
But all
by the
of them,
receiving.
think about
all-
this: if you had a Mike Evans and a Tyreek Hill on the same team, as opposed to a Tyreek and a Waddle, who kind of have similar skill sets.
let me ask you this here: who was the other receiver for Buffalo other than Diggs? Can you name him?
Gabriel Davis.
Okay.
Yeah,
How many years?
Davis.
Gabriel Davis.
He had 100 yards a day. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. And that's it. And they the one of the baddest teams in the league because I say that to say this: most of the teams only have one go-to receiver, and everybody else is role players. That's my point. You ain't gonna have all this. Hey man, that Waddle had his opportunity to be the man at the Dolphins. He couldn't get it done. They had to go pay this motherfucker Tyreek $1 billion.
$1 billion.
I just
Yeah.
look, man. I know it's brutally honest, but I just had to. Hey, look,
Yeah, you done heard their feelings,
the man
So
was
what
the man for the money. He in the big game. He go into the fourth quarter with no catches. And you want to do?
What
To
does
support
Lamar
Luke's-
Jackson have to do? He has to
Hold on.
request a trade?
To support Luke's argument, Stephon Diggs in the regular season got 1,400 yards. Gabe Davis is 600 yards behind him.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
At 836.
Stephon had 100 yards in the first quarter today, right? And they went to putting 2-3 niggas on him, and then Gabe Davis went off because it's him one-on-one over there.
That's what's supposed to happen because you're gonna fucking go after this fucking team.
And for the people who are saying that,
100
he didn't
yards
make
in
no
the first
sense,
quarter.
I
that
give you a
man
better
had.
one than this. Who the fuck is who playing tomorrow? My Cowboys is playing tomorrow. They
But-
thought Jerry Jones was crazy when he got rid of Amari Cooper. No, Jerry Jones said, I got a number one receiver. I ain't gonna have two motherfuckers.
Yeah, CD Lamb, and he been there before. He like I've done this before.
Thank you. That's the NFL. So look here, man. If you number two, you should be expendable. But this motherfucker say, I got a younger guy in CD Lamb, and Cooper is an older guy. So I'm finna ride out with this younger guy, make him be my number one, and I'm gonna let Cooper ass go. Now Cooper, my boy, one of my guys, that motherfucker, he's still a bad motherfucker. But they say, fuck this shit. This CD Lamb, and what we on? We in the playoff. And yeah, Cooper ain't had no quarterback. He home. But that's what you do. That's what they do in the NFL. You're not going to keep all these guys on the motherfucking roster. You got, hey, Waddle, Tyreek. Waddle, you had the opportunity to be the number one. You couldn't hold the shit. When Waddle was the number one, then Kaseki, the tight end, got a lot of balls. That's why he got less balls and his production went down 200% because Tyreek came and they were throwing Waddle them balls that Kaseki was getting. And they had a bunch of yards. And this man had this jazzed up offense.
The only argument you can make for Luke is the Cincinnati Bengals. They got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and both of them are 1,000-yard receivers.
It is.
But even so, Jamar Chase has been in the same time as Jalen Waddle, right?
Yes.
And he's clearly developed as a number one receiver, right?
Clearly.
Yes. Came in together.
Not only
I
that,
went
T.
to the Super Bowl
Higgins and
year one, right?
T. Higgins and Chase are two different type of receivers too.
Waddle was supposed to be the Heisman Trophy winner that year if he didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boyd is third.
And-
Boyd got 700 yards receiving.
And a lot of people always say that Lamar Jackson is a running back. He's this, he's that. Did we not? Is this the same Lamar Jackson who won the Heisman, who had 3,600 yards
Not
twice?
even that. This is the same Lamar
Man,
Jackson.
that
who was
motherfucker
the
throw a
NFL
good
MVP.
ball.
Man, they ain't gonna get that man no credit ever, man.
Yeah, I don't
Listen,
get into
man,
that conversation no more.
It's a Monday night playoff. We got a Monday night playoff game, man. That's what's up, bro.
Hell yeah, my Cowboys. What the fuck you talking about?
That's what's
Hey
up.
man, hey, Luke, I apologize, man, but I hope for Dr. King, man, the Bucks pull that one off, man, because I don't fuck with you.
Listen, listen.
Let's go, Dr. King. I need the ancestors, man.
The first order of business to be a Dolph fan. Before y'all get certified, number one thing on the application is you got to hate the Cowboys.
Damn right.
I'm a Giants fan, so that's a given already.
Oh yeah, that's automatic.
Yeah.
Oh y'all, that shit. They gonna bust y'all bubble next week. That shit going in the garbage.
All right, Luke, man. Listen, man. Let's get ready to get up out of here, man.
All right, man. I'm going to the strip club and look at some strippers.
I'm coming too, man. I want to come in the VIP section. Where we going? Tootsie's? How I get
Tootsie. I'm going to Tootsie to look at some C's.
You go to the VIP part? You go to the
Of course I go to
garage?
VIP. I don't sit down there with the other people.
Well, the Cuban girls that up there at the top, my God.
Yep.
Yeah,
Up there with
if
X.
I get a little too drunk, I might get one. I might want to go into the room. You know how you get drunk.
All right, man.
Everybody
On that note, man, go find your blue pill, man. Go find your blue pills and get your shit together, man.
Okay.
Appreciate you, bro. Man, Luke, wow. So listen, man, before we get out of here, what does Lamar Jackson has to do what to get out of the contract? They just got to trade him? Because he done laid down.
Yeah. That's gonna be him. That's gonna be an agent thing. They're gonna have to fight with that one, and they're gonna have somebody gonna have to budge because they can tag them. Or somebody gonna have to just really throw an astronomical number out there and make sure that in Baltimore they're not gonna match. If you throw the right number out there, they're not gonna match. They're gonna be like, okay, well, y'all take them, give us the first round pick or whatever, the compensation. That's it.
Kyle, he need to do whatever Ray Lewis did in '96, man.
Stab somebody?
What? Yeah.
Man, listen, Ray ain't stabbed nobody. I know who stabbed. Listen, I know the stab. Ray didn't stab anybody. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, hey, Ray Rice did something, but yeah, hey.
Man, you know, it's a shame, and people talking about Jalen Hurts as well. And Jalen got his money. He doesn't have the when Lamar Jackson was the league MVP. Why didn't they pay that man then? If we're gonna talk about, because everybody's saying,
I didn't even entertain that, dog.
I know, but everybody's talking about
Jalen
Hurts because he has one good season, right? He was decent. Then right now he's having a great season. Okay, then when Lamar had an MVP season, why didn't they pay him?
Look,
that was their fault. So
here's the crazy thing: people not talking about. Look at Jalen Hurts' receiving core.
Right.
He has a Heisman winner for a receiver.
Yeah.
Are we not? Do you know how long it took for a wide receiver to win a Heisman Trophy? And he got him as a receiver, and he don't even pay attention to him all the time. Then he got AJ Brown, who basically was the man in Tennessee. Like, I get it. I'm not saying that Jalen is not deserving of this year's MVP, right? But Lamar has done ultimately everything with less.
With much less.
And until we had that honest conversation, and the reason is because Lamar is the one setting his terms between him and his mom. He don't got no fancy agent in his ear telling him. He's the one handling it from his perspective, saying, hey, this is what I want. I want guaranteed money. If anything, what happened to DeMar Hamlin should be even more. Not saying that he's gonna get hit like that per se, but
right.
A lot of these in this offseason, a lot of these people gonna have that conversation about, hey man, what am I risking? I can end up like that.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what DeMar Hamlin gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what DeMar Hamlin gonna do, but I can probably guess he's never gonna play football again.
Yeah. And Tua is almost right there too. He's always one hit away, bro.
He on Andrew Luck status right now, or trending towards it. Luke Kuechly status.
Yeah, and I just want to say with Lamar, when we look at why yes, he had an injury, but if this was if Lamar was on a contract, I'm pretty sure he would have played that playoff game. Just think about that.
Put a brace on, and he would have went on out there. So, but to answer street question, like I say, I believe if the franchise tag still works the same, overpay them, throw the boat at them, and then they have to match it. I believe that's how the franchise tag still work. Or really, what most teams try to do is just come to the table and say, "Look, we gonna throw this. We know y'all ain't gonna match it. Y'all want to do this for compensation or not?" That's what they're gonna have to do. A lot of teams don't like to try to match those, or a lot of teams don't like to offer franchise players because once they sign, they have to give up those draft picks or give. I think it's like 1 first or whatever it may be or whatever. They don't like to have to give the draft picks. They want to wait till you hit free agency. But you also got the rule changes now where you can only franchise tag a player twice. So they got to figure it out. And he ain't got to do much, but just say I don't want to be here.
Someone put in the chat. Sorry to cut you off, Kyle. Someone put in the chat that the Bills fully guaranteed him his contract after his incident. I mean, what do you do? Who do you cut him? What do you? Sorry, brother, we can't. No, obviously you gotta respect that man in his situation. But it's just like the Ryan Shazier thing, right? The linebacker from Ohio State that went to the Steelers when he got messed up. Yeah. They gave him his contract.
Mehdi, you know what I found out was. You know what I found out is it's not about whether his contract is fully guaranteed or not. The standard procedure in their contracts is if they end up on IR, that's when that part becomes voidable. You know what I'm saying? That's standard in contracts. And I'm like, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Because I was like, who would sign? Why would an agent sign that? But that's standard. They end up on IR. And they can walk away with, you know what I'm saying? They can cut the rest of it out. But obviously, like you trying to get at, it'll be a PR nightmare. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Yeah, that's cutthroat, but it's business.
But that shouldn't be in the that should be voided out of a contract. Like that shouldn't be a part of an NFL contract because your contract is already not guaranteed. But to end the rest of somebody's salary to not be on the book for somebody's salary. Because they ended up on IR on the field. Like, see if it's an off the field injury, but on the field, that's crazy. That's how weak the NFLPA is, man. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Someone said Lamar will get $32.5 million if he gets franchise tag.
That ain't nothing compared to what his value is. If I was Lamar, I would not play another down unless I have a fully guaranteed signed contract. For multiple
trying to finesse them. But we said that at the beginning of the season. They said they're gonna Joe Flacco him. That's what Joe Flacco did. Then they got Joe up out of there. Like
that's fine.
Joe got up out of there. Like, yeah, so that's crazy.
And it don't matter. I mean, this
Brinson went to SMU. I guess this happened while we was live.
I saw him doing a photo shoot on Twitter, but I ain't seen him actually commit. He was there. He's there on campus doing a photo shoot.
That's gonna be his second time, so he better be committing.
Here's what I feel with SMU. A lot of them Canes players is gonna go try to ball out over there, and then bail on Rhett Lashley for another big time Power 5.
That could happen.
Because then they gotta sit out if they do that, right?
No,
you can't transfer again.
Yeah, they put new rules in starting next season.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
So I think they're gonna graduate from there. I think. I see what Mehdi saying. Someone might try it, but they might have to stay there now. I think they'll probably stay there. And why not? If I can go to somewhere where they're gonna put up, I know we ain't gonna win no championship, but if we can go somewhere we can put up 70 points or whatever, man, let me sit my butt down. I hope somebody talking to them.
No, we already talked about earlier in the show. Nobody's talking to these guys about anything. They said boys is pawning out their jewelry to rookies so they can get money. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, let's get up out of here, man. Been in here damn near 2.5 hours, bro.
With that being said, man, IOD Squad, man, you don't gotta pawn your jewelry, man. Come out of trade.
IOD Squad, you gotta put your 786-459-499. I got somebody in there telling me they waiting to get a text. If you're trying to get your credit fixed, text number right now, 954-800-8479. If you want to become a villain, dog, because we about to drop some, we just got some news. We about to drop that in the villain section. If you want to become a villain, hit join. Right there next to the where the subscribers at. We just hit 75,000. I don't know why that took so goddamn long. We just hit 75,000. Right next to that, you can join, become a villain. If you got an iPhone, man, you got to figure it out.
This? Oh, we didn't talk about none of them new people today.
Yeah, we'll talk about them in the group meeting because Luke took the show.
He did, man. That man
don't know nothing about no new people. So listen, let's get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, and I see y'all boys in the group, man. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, man.
Listen, man, if you want to become a villain, you just hit the join button right there, or it's in the description. It's not in the description, but I'm going to put it in there right now. Azagonza. I'll put it in the description. Let's see. Where we at? The person that said they needed help getting become a member, man, I hit you as soon as this is over. Help you out with that. If you've been trying to get your credit fixed, there's no right time to get your credit fixed. How to get your credit fixed? Text the number that's on the screen. Let's see. I'm gonna put that right in here. So all the links in the description, man. Listen, don't put off tomorrow. It's something you can do today. The rest of your life is seconds away. I'm D, man, and I'm out of here.